what do we do now?
I guess we talk.
Spoilers for The Serpent and the Rainbow, Imaginary Heroes, and The Great Silence. Warning for discussions on suicide and the treatment of mental disorders. If these topics disturb you, proceed with caution. We thank you for listening.
Alright.
Alright. We're 3 and we're angry.
We
I thought we
correct.
were renaming the 3 Fast, 3 Furious. That's
No,
what
we're not doing that. We're not doing
That's
that.
please.
too much effort.
Please.
Please.
Can we please?
No.
There's already 3 angry men. What are we gonna do?
Don't admit to that, Taz.
Fight him.
Alright.
Alright.
We didn't know about them beforehand.
This is
That's true.
the 3 Fast, 3 Furious podcast.
God damn it, we have to do a proper intro. We can't just do this.
This is a fucking intro.
Incoherent rambling.
This is a fucking intro.
This is incoherent.
Alright, well when we get like a higher budget, we'll have this is where the music will play. Alright, and now the music ends.
What music?
I don't know, like
The
if we
intro
had
music?
if we had like a theme song,
I do-
think that'd be pretty cool.
I already added that shit.
Oh fuck! Yeah. Sorry, my bad.
Clearly
Yeah,
haven't
it's
watched the
fucking
edits,
you.
Taz.
Fucking hell, I have not watched.
I
this
listen to
yet.
the edits.
Thank you, Jacob.
All right, that's enough rambling.
I listen to all of them.
This is the 3 Angry Men podcast. Today we are
Welcome
watching.
back.
We are 3 angry men, and we are watching 3. We've watched 3 angry films.
Yeah. An apt way to put it.
So anyway, I'm Taz. I'm joined with Alex Gun Kotoko.
Hello. That's me. Hello.
And Jacob Shadow Jr. Yeah.
That's me. I am. I'm Jacob.
Yeah, Jacob Shadow Jr. Alright, I mean, you can call yourself whatever the fuck you want. I mean,
The hedgehog.
you can do whatever you want anyway. So last episode, we decided that we were going to do a watch list thing. So we went onto our Letterboxd watch list, and we each chose a randomized watch list pick.
Yeah,
So Alex's
yeah.
was the
Was dog
lauded
shit.
2004 drama starring Sigourney Weaver, directed by Dan Harris, Imaginary Heroes.
Imaginary Heroes. A classic. A true classic.
A true
A
classic.
family favorite.
A
And,
favourite of ours now.
An amazing film that we will talk about at length.
At length.
Jacob pulled the legendary B-grade horror film, The Serpent and the Rainbow, starring Bill Pullman, directed by Wes Craven.
Where's Craig?
Another lauded classic
Lord,
of horror
Another classic.
cinema.
people love it.
Maybe more a cult classic, but regardless.
It ended
Yeah.
wars.
Classic still.
And then I pulled The Great Silence
They're pretty mid. To be
Uh,
honest. I
by
don't
by
know.
Sergio Corbucci. Yeah, the
Sergio
worst film
Corbucci,
of the bunch.
The second best director of spaghetti westerns.
So, we're going to talk about those 3 films. I feel like it wasn't made clear enough. The Serpent and the Rainbow, Imaginary Heroes, and The Great Silence. Which one do you guys want to talk about first?
I guess. Well, we all watched the Serpent and the Rainbow and the Serpent first. We might as well start. with
Alright, that
Yeah.
sounds good. I agree.
Yeah, we'll go in. Yeah, that and then Imaginary Heroes. Yeah, we'll go in that order.
Get my notes out, because goddamn, I
Yeah,
had so
get
many notes
your
on this
notes.
fucking shit.
I wrote so much shit for this movie. Yeah, so spoiler alert: this movie
Sucks.
is not good.
Good
This
at all.
movie was dog water.
This movie
I
was
don't know
so
why
bad.
this was on your watch list.
I don't know why either.
Okay, I want to explain myself on why it was on my watch list. So
Go ahead. Go
the
ahead, Jake.
backdrop on Letterboxd, it had this cool looking skeleton dude, and it reminded me of Captain Spaulding from The House of a Thousand Corpses. I'm like, surely this movie is exactly like that movie, right? And I didn't read the description,
Sure.
anything, and I just went based off of that, of this cool looking skeleton man on the backdrop.
That was your first of many mistakes.
Yeah.
Because a
That's where it
backdrop
all
should
went wrong.
not dictate a watch list.
Well, you know what? It was directed by Wes Craven as well.
To be fair,
fair.
you're right. And it doesn't have like the worst ratings, so
No, it actually
But
surprisingly
also-
has like
but also not the best ratings. But
yeah,
Yeah.
by letterbox standards.
to each their own. Yeah. But yeah, this movie, not good. Not good. So, would you? Well, since it was your watch list, Jacob, do you want to start on
Yeah, do you want to...
what you liked about it? Maybe.
do you want to
Maybe
pull us
let's
in?
start about what we liked
Yeah.
about it at least. We'll get the positives out of the way.
Well, let's figure something out. So
It really
what I
searching.
did hear that like the opening scene and everything from the movie was actually filmed on location, and they just had the actual like all the people that actually lived there going about their lives. That was all. They just filmed that, and they just threw the actors in there with like that. Like I said, that tall, cool skeleton guy who shows up all but twice in the whole movie.
I think he's actually in it 3 times.
Oh, is he a I couldn't remember.
He's in the background of like one shot.
Oh, that doesn't count. But like he's actually there
cares?
doing
Who
shit
knows?
twice, pretty much at the beginning and the end. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. The villain,
Also, the
the
villain,
villain
I
was
mean,
pretty
he's
good.
like he's hamming it up a little bit, but he's like the best part of the movie.
Yeah, he's definitely the best.
And then everything else kind
There
of doo-doo.
was pinned testicles, a lot of good fun.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Pinned
find...
testicles.
Pinned testicles twice
Yep.
over.
Twice.
Who would have
Who
thought
would've
I
thunk
saw
it,
a
huh?
guy's testicles, or two different guys' testicles get pinned to a chair, and it looked like it hurt.
You know, you'd have
It
two
wouldn't.
nickels.
It wouldn't tickle.
Well, you know, I did like the climax.
Yeah,
But, like, that's
I
kind
thought
of
it was
spoiler
fun.
territory. Not like particularly as like I don't know. It wasn't masterful. Like it was just like it was decent. You know.
I had no idea what was going on at the end of this movie.
He had to fight in the spirit realm. Urgh.
I get that, but like I was so out of it. Like maybe it's because I was a little bit tired, but my god, the third act of this movie, I was so lost. I did not know what was going on.
Oh, it's pretty bad. I had a lot of notes going. I mean, but like now I'm looking back at them and I don't even want to read some of them because it just reminds me of the pain. But the first impression I had of the film was it just felt like we just got thrown in raw.
Oh yeah,
You know,
it's
like
very
there's
like, a
no
lot of whiplash.
there's like no soft landing into like the weirdness of the story. We get like that introduction scene, and we are immediately told that like
Yep.
zombies are a thing, or at least that like someone is who is seemingly dead is actually undead and got buried alive. So we're thrown into
Yeah.
that, and then the introduction of the main character. He barely says a few sentences before tripping out on Amazonian shrooms
Yep.
and
It's
running
really
through the
bizarre.
woods.
and running through the woods.
Because
It's like there's like just there's like nothing to fluff that. Like we just get hit hard with this weird like hallucination. There's already foreshadowing going on, and it's just fucking weird. Like just like a really
yeah, there's like a 2-minute bit of him just running through the woods. It's like okay,
A lot of
I
this
get
movie is like it just goes on for so long. Some scenes like Wes could have cut down so much of this movie. It's like it's not a long. I think it's only like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
This movie. It's not very long.
it doesn't
but
feel like a
Yeah.
fucking
so
hour
much.
and a half.
It's so
No,
poorly paced.
no,
This
it
movie.
It feels like
So much of this movie could have been
ungodly
cut.
stretch. I just watched like a 2.5 hour film that doesn't feel that long. Honestly.
But yeah, it starts with inspired by true events, which I just hate.
Inspired is being used like so.
Inspired is doing a lot of heavy lifting there because like
Yeah.
Yeah.
like the core concept, just the core concept itself, and then everything else is made up.
Well, yeah, because they use like this zombie virus or whatever it was in real life as like a way to get like slaves.
Yeah,
They
pretty
like
much.
they like paralyze people and then enslave them.
I don't remember. I think the main character's name is like Dennis, but in real life, this guy Wade Davis.
Yeah,
The whole Serpent in the Rainbow book is basically just him being like, I think that the idea of Haitian zombies is kind of myth, and the only thing the thing he like kind of landed upon was that he thought that like the pufferfish like toxin,
Yeah.
tetrodotoxin, whatever the fuck it's called.
Close, yeah, it's close
Um,
enough.
like uses it's used to produce like a death like effect,
Yeah.
and even that was like heavily disputed when it came out. So that was like they took that and then they made it entire. And he
Yeah.
also legitimately did go into the forest, at least from his words,
And trip ball.
not trip, but like actually
Yeah.
sat there and like watched this like that like powder being made.
Yeah, right.
So like surprisingly, that sequence with Bill Pullman sitting in on like the guy making the powder is like the closest thing to like a scene based on what really happened.
Okay.
Like he actually went there and just watched a dude, because like even like you can read like details of like the like, you know how they put all this shit in there, like an eel's tail and stuff, like that's actually real. Like he wrote that. That's what he wrote. Like he wrote the whole process of how to make like a Haitian zombie film. Somehow that's the only real thing in the movie.
And it just doesn't seem like it, because so much of this movie is just fake bullshit.
That's kind of like Breaking Bad, where they had to learn how to make like crystal meth, and it was such a boring process. They had to spice it up and make it more interesting. So what you see in the show is like a way more dramatized version
Fucking
on how to make
second episode in a row where
it.
Breaking
Yeah,
Bad
it's
was
really
mentioned.
boring.
At least there was no
I know.
spoilers this time.
Kind of crazy. Yeah, no
Yeah.
spoilers this time. Just a little fun fact.
But yeah, you know, Bill Pullman's he's doing stuff.
Yeah, he's
like-
phoned it in. I don't know what the fuck
Yeah,
he's doing.
like-
He's just not
He's
real.
I don't
getting
know, he was
paid.
so bad in this movie.
Yeah.
It was like the main characters really were him, Dr. Lady, and everybody else.
The
There
doctor
was,
lady.
I couldn't tell you
The
her name.
Dr. Lady.
It's just this movie was so bad. I can't reiterate how bad it was.
I think like the movie was so bad that it effectively was a lesson on how bad, on like how good movies are actually good, you know, and
Yeah.
how easy
And
it
'cause-
is to make like
Yeah.
a bad movie.
And like
It was a humbling
its
experience.
use of narration as well was just so lazy.
Just
It was just like,
explaining.
something just explained directly to the audience. Like, this thing may be a little bit confusing. We'll just get Bill to explain it. And a lot of it was like, let's try and be like Apocalypse Now, like the way he's trying to, because the way Apocalypse Now narration is like, it's a bit poetic the way he describes things, and this movie tries to do that, but it fails on all fronts. It's just, yep. Anyway, that's my piece with like the beginning of the movie at least.
Yeah, I think it has a lot of structural problems because
Oh yeah.
like I was sitting with it and I was like, this has got like this almost had, in terms of its energy, like in terms of like what it reminds me of. It reminds me of like fucking kung fu movies that I've watched. Of just like, you know, the stupidest type of technique that you could ever think of. Yeah, that's real, and that's the crux of the plot. In that same way, I feel like this movie was like all this dumb shit. Within the first 20 minutes, it's like all this dumb shit is real, and we're not gonna we're not gonna like, you know, feed it to you slowly. You're just gonna get
Yeah.
like as soon as we come up with something, you're gonna know about it.
Mhm.
That's what it
Yeah,
feels
and
like.
'cause,
It's
like-
really
Yeah.
weird.
Because he's in the Amazon jungle, and then immediately just cuts to him in the office of BioCorp. Like what a
Oh, that's so
company
funny.
name.
They were like, what is the most corporate name we could come up with?
And they're just like, oh yeah, by the way, zombies exist. You're going to Haiti, and you're going to figure out what's going on.
Yeah,
And
and
it's
you,
like, what? What is?
not only
Yeah.
that,
Like,
but
they're just
the
jumping
use,
around.
The use of like what Biocore wants it for is like the dumbest fucking thing. They're like, we can
For
save,
anesthesia.
we can, yeah, it's anesthesia. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean? Like, how the fuck does that even work? As if,
Didn't you read at the end of the movie the US and Europe are
I don't understand.
looking
They're
into
I
still
don't
finding
into
it.
understand.
They're
medicine?
still figuring
They're
it
looking
out.
into it.
They're looking into
I don't
it.
understand. I don't know. Maybe I'm the stupid one, but like, what do you need anesthesia for? So you're gonna do surgery on someone, and the idea is that if they die, if they're already dead during the surgery, you're not gonna do any damage that's gonna kill them afterwards.
No, I think it's to reduce the complications of anesthesia. Like
Jesus.
if if I can't remember what they're called, but the anesthesiast like
Whatever. It's not
makes a
fucking well
mistake.
developed enough
Like,
within the plot.
Yeah, I know it's
Don't
not.
need
like,
to
oh,
care.
if we make a mistake, we can bring them back.
But that's a lot of this movie. A lot of it's
Yeah.
just underdeveloped shit.
A lot of it is
skipping around.
The romance,
It
is
was
so
so
thrown
bad.
dead. And you notice that, like, oh, if we took out, like, 2 scenes, it's basically just, like, they're basically friends. You know what I mean? So it's just
Yeah,
there for,
basically.
like, no reason.
And, like,
Yeah, they have
the second
sex.
Dr. Lady got introduced and we heard her name, like, the second, oh, this character has a name, that's it, romance subplot right there. And I rolled my eyes because it was so bad.
roll the clip of Alex rolling his eyes.
There's just no depth. There's no depth to any of it.
Nah,
It's
and
so
the
frustrating.
movie looks like shit too.
Yeah.
Even though I watched it in 360p, it still
Flipped.
looks like
360p
That's
flipped.
the way. Was it really?
It was
flipped?
flipped,
Yeah,
yeah,
it was
because I
flipped,
started watching it,
apparently.
and it
Holy
was
shit,
so
that's crazy.
when I couldn't read the crawl at the beginning or whatever it was, I was like, I have to rent this. I can't
Really?
do it.
See,
the worst
See,
$5.
that's the thing.
It wasn't
I
that
did
bad,
read
though.
the crawl. Maybe we watched
Yeah, I read it,
2
yeah.
different versions.
could have been
'cause
2
I could
different
read the
Nah,
versions.
there's no way.
I don't know, but I just
Nah,
it was
who
too
knows?
blurry, and I could tell that it felt flipped, because I don't know why. I could just tell, and then when I rented it, I was like, oh yeah, it was flipped.
Fuck, but you spent
Honestly, it
$5
doesn't
on
really
Yeah,
matter. I think if we saw this a 4K restoration, it wouldn't have done it
Yeah,
any
it would not have
favors.
saved the
It would have.
movie.
It would have made
probably
it look
would've-
worse.
Yeah,
Would have seen
it
all of
would've
its
just-
faults
Yeah.
even more.
Yeah, it would have just made it look worse. Honestly.
Yeah, this movie is just
But yeah,
so
guys,
much of it just
that's
does not
Serpent and
work.
the Rainbow. Let's move on. Unfortunately, that's the energy the film puts out. It's just
To
not
be fair,
like,
There's just nothing to
it's,
talk
yeah,
about.
it's hard to talk about something that you don't like, especially when it's like it doesn't have anything of substance to talk about. Because there's like no themes in this movie.
no, it's just a,
It's
it's
not
just
like
a
they have-
VHS movie.
Like they have the backdrop of like the political climate of Haiti in the background of this movie for
Yeah.
some
Yeah,
reason.
never
It's like,
expanded
what,
on.
like I don't why like oh, there's like news reports about the riots happening. Like, why does that matter? Like,
I think
they don't
for-
talk
I
about
think for me-
the dictatorship that was happening in Haiti at the time. I don't understand.
I think for
It just felt like, oh, let's be like The Godfather Part 2. Like why?
I think for me, what I read that as is like is that like, you know, if you're like writing something, you get a lot of writing advice that's like, oh, don't, you know, a lot of first time writers have a problem of spelling stuff out to the audience. I think this is like the opposite of that problem, where it's like, oh, we'll just put in like a, not even like in a way that we as the audience are not reading it, but it's like we'll just put in this political element, and you know, maybe someone will get something out of it. You know,
Maybe
so-
someone
which just, like,
will
makes no
like
fucking
it.
sense. Yeah, maybe like we'll put the element in there and they can fill it in. You know what I mean? Like just lazy writing.
Yeah, just to be like, I mean, this got lazy writing all over this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dialogue's not good.
Well, here I wrote down a quote because I was like, it made me laugh. Yeah, so this is Bill Pullman, and he said, I realized that they're like, I came for the powder. I'm getting into something much more. And he's talking about Dr. Lady.
I remember.
And oh my god,
It's so
because
bad.
like they've shared like 5 lines, they've shared like 5 scenes together maybe, and
It's
it's like,
long.
oh, they're so romantic, and then they have sex, and it's just like, what is this movie? It's just
And the
so
sex scene
shocking.
is so
It's so
god awful.
it's so bad. Like everything else, it goes on for so much longer than it should. It's
Well,
just
that's a lot of this movie, but it really feels
It
like
is,
they
it is.
took this idea and they just. But it's weird because like the beginning of the movie feels rushed,
It's
but then the
so
rest of it is just
dragged.
really stretched out.
You know, because I was gonna say, because at the beginning, for like the first
Yeah,
20,
you're just getting
25 minutes,
pounded
the
with
pacing,
information.
the pacing wasn't that bad because there's just so much shit getting thrown at you, and then it just comes to a grinding halt,
I know.
and it's
like
just awful
it's like
for like the
some.
next hour.
It's as if somewhere in the movie, it's like they could have properly, like with what they had, like they could have properly paced it, and somehow the beginning is really rushed, and then the rest of the movie is just
Yeah.
slow as fuck to get through.
Yeah,
And both of them are jarring ways. Like you watch the beginning of
Oh,
the
yeah.
film, and you're like, surely I'm 20 minutes in
Yeah.
the movie, and you're like 10
Yeah.
minutes in,
yeah.
and then
Exactly.
you're watching the
That's what-
rest,
that's what
and then
happened
you're
to
watching
me.
the rest of the movie, and you're like, holy fuck. How is
It's so
how's 5 minutes only gone by? It feels like
Yeah,
I've been
how
here
is
for
this
like
still, like-
15 minutes.
And it's like because a lot of it seems quite aimless, and then yeah, like you'll be like, oh, surely I'm nearing the end, and there's like half an hour left, and it's like, how is that even possible? Like, what more could happen? And they're like, oh, but we got more dream sequences, which again go on for so long,
Yeah,
and they
go way
don't
too
mean
long.
anything. It's like we get it, the bad guy's doing bad guy stuff.
Yeah. 'Cause
It's just fucked up. Even like I wrote here, like the filmmaking is quite stale, and like because there's a part where he like there's a part where Bill Pullman's character is like trying to test out the Haitian zombie formula that he's buying. So
Yeah.
the guy he's
Yeah.
buying it from feeds it to a goat,
Yeah.
and then Bill Pullman seemingly inconspicuously feeds the
Yeah.
like marks the goat
No, yeah,
with
yeah,
a
he like,
knife. But
yeah.
this isn't drawn to at all. There's no importance to it. Like with the filmmaking, there's no close up. It's not
No,
edited.
it does.
It's not. Does it?
yeah, it cuts to a close. Yeah.
But it's like not edited in a way where it's like. It doesn't. It's not,
Yeah,
it doesn't
'cause-
feel edited in a way where it's like we're supposed to feel the suspense that he's doing something secretive. It just
Yeah,
feels like he's doing it off the
because
cuff.
it kind of like cuts to him doing it, and it cuts away. It's like nothing. It's like, oh,
It's-
okay.
Well,
it's
because the movie does try to build up suspense, but yeah, like there's no suspense at all. Because like when he goes back to the US and then like his friend's wife like attacks him or whatever, then he goes back to Haiti, and like he goes back there and then he gets pulled off the tarmac and like into a car. But it's like all the diversion from the people he knows. They're like, oh, look, we really tricked the bad guys. You think I'm getting kidnapped now? I was like, what? Well, like, why was that in the movie? Like, that didn't add anything.
And it's like the bad guys will find him eventually, because like that whole point of like him going
Yeah.
home and he's
And
like
they did.
friends'
I
wives
don't-
with
I
him,
don't
it's
know.
It's just
Anyway.
to show that he was like, oh yeah, I can get you from anywhere. It doesn't fucking matter where you are. I'm gonna get you, bro. It's like, oh, you know, they think I'm kidnapped. Oh, it's like he's gonna get you, bro. Like, stop trying. He's gonna get you.
It was just so bizarre. Yeah, like I think the main like thing I liked about the movie was the guy with the red bandana. He's like a lackey of the bad guy, and like whenever he's on screen, it doesn't matter what the scenario is, he's busting through a door or a wall, and his gun is always drawn. And I thought it was hilarious. Like he's on the tarmac.
Ready.
He's on the tarmac when he fakes getting kidnapped, and I think he has his gun drawn or something. I don't know. He's like always there. I thought that was funny, and that's like the main positive I have for the movie.
Yeah, that cool guy.
Yeah, I mean, I liked the part where he's in the coffin. And,
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know,
cool.
Just cool visuals, I guess. But I think I was just
Yeah.
searching for something.
Yeah,
That far into the movie.
just grasping.
It just feels like it's in a weird, like in terms of genre, it doesn't know what it's doing, because it's like surely like you'd look at a book that is like investigative journalism, and even if you're going to fictionalize it, wouldn't you want to do like, I don't know, some kind of mystery plot? Like, wouldn't you want to just be like keeping us in the shadows and like keeping it very normal ground-based level for at least the first like half an hour?
Yeah, and because
Yeah.
when I was watching it, because like I said, it reminded me of Apocalypse Now with the narration, and then like the backdrop of the political strife was like, oh, this is like the Cuba subplot in Godfather 2, and then that whole like mystery element that you said, Tess, it was like, oh, maybe they're trying to do like Raiders of the Lost Ark. And I especially thought that when they had like the BioCorp meeting, where they're like, oh, you have to go search for this mysterious thing, and it's like, oh, it's like an amalgamation of all these different movies, and it's just like the worst kind of amalgamation possible,
Yeah.
because it draws none of the good things from those movies.
It just like draws attention to why those movies are better.
Yeah,
You know, so just underwhelming in every sense. Kind of like just bland,
Yep.
just a bland movie.
Yeah.
incredibly bland. And
Very
honestly,
weird.
it's like basically on par with the next movie.
Yeah, it is.
as well.
It's like the same.
Because I was watching this and I'm thinking, God, this is really bad. And then when I watched Imaginary Heroes, it's like, this is really bad, but like a tiny bit better than The Serpent and the Rainbow. But the more I think about it, I at least had more fun watching this movie.
That's what I was thinking.
Because it was so
yeah,
crazy.
I had
Yeah.
Because it was like,
fun.
at least like it's batshit insane, where it's like, oh, this is crazy.
Yeah.
At least I'm like laughing at how bad
Yeah.
this is.
That was
But,
that's my thought
yeah.
process too. Like I was like, this is really bad, but there is no way Imaginary Heroes is like as laughable as this.
Yeah. So yeah, this is like the perfect movie if you just want to like watch it with friends while like talking over it and then looking at the screen every so often and going, "Oh, that's stupid," and
What show episode?
like this and Grown
I'm
Ups
not
on the same
watching
level,
Oh yeah,
Yeah, nah,
yeah, they're the
for
same
real.
level.
Yeah, this
same,
movie
the
is
same
just,
thematic depth.
it's just like so bland. It has no flavor. There's nothing
No,
going
no
on.
sauce.
There
No
is just like
sauce.
bare bones. There's nothing that the movie sets up in any early scene that you're expected to carry in your brain for the rest of it. Just like it just keeps like it's like a scene happens and it's just like that scene almost feels like it's come to a conclusion, if that makes sense. And then the next
Yeah.
scene is scrambling to come up with something for like
It's
that
like-
scene, if that makes sense.
It's like when
Yeah,
it's like when Trey and Parker were explaining writing,
yeah,
and it was like never. It should be like and then and not but, like but this happens. Oh no,
No,
the
no,
other
no,
way
the other way around. It should be something
Damn
happens,
fool
but
I am.
then
yeah,
this happens
Correct.
because of that. But it should never be and then
Yep.
and then and then.
correct. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
it's
that's what this
really
movie
poor
is. There's a lot of and then.
Yeah,
just really poor
But
writing.
yeah, I think that's enough. That's enough of the Serpent.
Fuck.
I think
well,
so.
that was like what 20 minutes,
26.
25
20.
minutes.
26, not bad.
Was
I
it?
mean, come on.
Yeah,
What else are we gonna get more out of it? To be fair,
Fuck, I don't know.
yeah. It was just it's very bland, forgettable. Like I
Incredible.
also just personally find voodoo magic like the lamest form of magic. It's just
The lamest magic.
It's because I on my like letterbox review.
What's the coolest kind of magic?
I don't know, like fucking. I don't know.
Yeah,
Not
it's
fucking
voodoo.
voodoo. Anything but voodoo. God forbid a man fucking wants another form of magic. But I think in my review I was like, voodoo magic is the same thing that mechs do to robot movies for me. I can't get into mechs and I can't get into voodoo magic.
Oh, mechs are great.
I can't
watch
do mechs.
Pacific
I
Rim.
don't know why. No.
Yes.
Pacific Rim.
Pacific Rim.
I've seen
bro.
Pacific Rim like I don't know, it was probably like 10 years ago. I can't remember a thing. I have it on DVD somewhere.
Well, there you
Somewhere
go.
in my
You
house.
can. I guess you can watch and compare it to this and see how good the voodoo comparison is. You never know.
That's for another day.
Another day.
That's for another day.
Yeah. Well,
I can't go through it again.
do we want to rate this?
Yeah, let's just fucking rate
Yeah.
it, honestly. Almost half an hour of this is just too much.
It's too much.
It's too
I,
much.
I can't remember exactly the way we did it, but it was essentially
It was
1
out
to
of 5.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, out of 5. I assume 1 is just like, oh, I'll never rewatch this, and
Well, it's just we give our scores and just explain it.
yeah,
Why we get.
like,
Can we give it a 0?
well, yeah, I'm gonna.
Can it be 0 to 5?
No, it's 1 to 5, man.
Fuck.
1 to 5.
And I don't think it'll be a shocker to anybody that I'm gonna give it a 1. You know, who would have thunk
What?
it?
Whoa, really?
Who would have thought?
Really?
Yeah, I don't think we need to justify ourselves. So yep,
Yeah.
I'd give it a 1.
Yeah, I'd give it a 1 too.
I'm never rewatching this.
No, wasted fucking $5 on this shit. Never again.
Ugh. I do not envy you.
It's like even
yeah,
if
it's
I
all-
didn't, it would have been a waste of like an hour 40 or whatever it was.
Yeah, it was a waste of time. You know what? Honestly, I don't know if it was a waste of time. It made me appreciate other stuff more. That it,
Yeah,
that
we-
because
we-
like
doing
but-
better.
to
I
be
always
fair,
try and humble
we-
myself with a bad movie.
We already knew how to appreciate that other movie.
Nah,
those other
but you know
movies.
what? I just fully appreciated that. I was like, I got like you know, it's nice to know that sometimes you think that a movie's quality in aspects is just a given, you know, like
Mm.
like I assumed always that if I was to watch this kind of movie about an investigative journalist kind of thing, that I'm always gonna get like a mystery that's at least hiding itself. So it's interesting to watch a movie that says no, fuck that. There is-
You're not getting anything.
and to just be
That
like,
gives you
and to
nothing.
just be like, instead of us drip feeding you the answers and like keeping you on edge, we're just gonna
We're
give
not
you
gonna
all
give you-
the information you need.
All of it right at the beginning. So
Right?
there's nothing to
Everything.
learn.
There's nothing.
We're
for
gonna give you answers, but not questions.
Yeah,
like
there's
we're gonna
nothing
give you
for
stuff
you to
that you
ponder
don't know
about.
why.
There's nothing for you to ponder about. There's nothing that's like that you remember from the start of the movie that was left unconcluded, that you're thinking, when's that going to come back into play. There's just nothing of that sort. Even the main villain is like, as cool as he is sometimes, he's just like, look, I'm gonna be straight with you. This is exactly what will happen to you if you do XYZ. Like he doesn't
Yeah.
do any like mystery bullshit. Like he's just like,
No, he
look,
can't be
I'm
fucked.
just gonna give it to you straight, okay? If you fuck with
It's a-
me, I will haunt you. Alright?
yeah, yeah.
And there's like no in between. Like the movie doesn't even hide that from you.
He's like even he's a generous villain. Like he gives
Yeah,
him like
he's very
2 or 3
generous.
chances.
Like,
He's like,
yeah.
bro,
2
stop
chances.
coming back here. And then he gets haunted. He's like, oh no, I'm getting haunted now. Like, bro, you're told twice
Yeah,
Like,
you were told.
come on, what'd you
were told
expect?
explicitly by the guy,
by
being
the
like-
bad guy
being like,
who looks
yeah,
like a bad guy.
all the weird shit happening is because of me. And you just
Yeah.
you just gotta drop that shit.
Yeah,
I did like
Yep.
some of the parts of the final sequence. The long
Yeah.
arms and like, some of that shit.
Yeah.
But it wasn't weird enough to stand like I thought about that movie like Society, which has like
Yeah.
it,
The shunting
yeah, like
at the
that
end.
that movie has like somehow survived it as like a cult classic just because of how fucking weird it is in that
Yeah,
last
but it's
part.
just-
Like this
yeah.
movie doesn't reach that, but like
No.
at least it had something.
Yeah.
It's still a one. It's,
Well,
it's
yeah.
a 1 out of 5 because even the worst of movies, they still get a point for quality in the sense that
It got made.
I did learn from this movie. I learned what I
Fair
don't
enough.
want from any other viewing experience for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
So Serpent and Rainbow
And
gets a 1 out of 5.
So we get a collective 3 out of 15.
Yeah,
out of
well, I would give it a
15.
1 out of 15, but like we
lowest
can't. The
score.
rating system's limited.
Fair enough.
But it's easily the worst movie we've talked about so far
So
Oh, yeah.
far.
on,
yeah.
on this
And-
All
show.
4
And
movies
trailing
we've spoken
trailing
about.
not far behind, our next movie, Imaginary Heroes,
Oh god.
We're eating bad
Which we
tonight,
now-
guys.
which we now have to unfortunately talk about.
Let's talk about
And the whole,
the one redeeming quality. It was 1080p.
Yeah, we got
to
1080p.
be fair, true and
Good
free.
quality.
Yeah.
So I don't,
free
know how
at
you, I, don't know, I
1080p.
don't know how you found that test, but
Hey,
thank
I
God you
bought
did.
the movie. Don't say. I bought the film.
Wait, you-
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
He
Yeah, I
bought
bought
the
it.
movie.
I
Sorry, no, you bought it.
I
Sorry.
streamed it completely legally.
Correct. It was like a watch party. We all watched it at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
No
yeah.
illegality going on here.
Yep. But this movie was my watch list pick. It was on my
Yeah.
watch list.
Yeah, are you
Fucking
proud
I
of
could-
Pick
yourself?
some better
I
shit.
could not tell you how or why this was on my watch list, but I regret everything because this is so bad. This is honestly, this is basically on par with Serpent and the Rainbow in terms
Yeah.
of its quality,
Yeah,
especially because
they're
this
bad.
movie is trying so hard to say something.
Yeah, it's trying so
and it
hard
just
to be like,
fails.
profound.
It just
It
fails on
fails.
all accounts. It's so pretentious,
I
and
watched
it just
the movie
frustrated me.
with Jeff Daniels in it. It wasn't very funny.
It wasn't funny.
Well, I saw Captain Phillips.
But yeah, it's like it's
But
trying
yeah,
to say so much.
yeah.
And it is just
Mm.
it's not it. It's just
Yeah,
it's so bad. Oh
Yeah.
my god! I watched this, and I'm hungover and I'm angry. All right, I am angry on the
a
Three Angry
perfect-
Men
That's right,
podcast.
because you guys
it's the
watched it this
perfect movie
morning.
to accompany. It's the
I-
I watched it last night,
Oh,
to be
yeah.
fair, but
I watched it
it's-
last
I-
week.
so it's
kept
fresh.
checking the time, and it was like 2 minutes went past, and I was like
Yeah,
almost
this
in
is a
tears.
It's only 90 minutes, this movie, but it's so slow.
No, it's like
Oh.
I think it's 100 minutes, maybe. No, it's like
No, it's like 95 or something.
It's
Like
like
regardless,
110.
it's like
Is it?
It's
a
an
short.
hour
Yeah, it's
and
Oh,
110.
yeah, it's
sorry,
an hour
no,
It's an
sorry.
hour 50.
No, you're right. I lied. Sorry, you're right.
Unfortunately,
But
Because
it
like,
feels so much longer. And also, I guess like a brief like warning, like, oh yeah, this is like somehow the second movie in 2 episodes. Oh yeah, we're talking about suicide now again, which is that's just great. Because
that's
this whole
true,
movie
yeah.
is like masturbatory about it. It's like, oh, every conversation we need to have in this movie has to be about suicide.
Yeah.
Like
see,
every
I felt that
profound in
way, but
quotations.
also, I just feel like it's weird because this movie is very confounding. Again, in a way that I think is like academically interesting. And what I mean by that is that in a sense, this movie is like all about like death. Like it's all about the end of things. Like most
Yeah,
scenes
they
are
let you
about
know
people dying. Like is about like
Yeah.
people, you know, like anticipating their death or like the suicide of the main character's brother. And amazingly, it has like nothing to say about these themes.
Nothing.
Somehow, it's
Nothing.
like it's a miracle. I don't know how the fuck they did it.
Yeah,
It's like an
They
honest
I was
talk
gonna
about
say,
it for an
'cause-
hour 50,
'cause
and it
there's-
says nothing.
yeah, and because there's a scene where the main character Tim is talking with his friend, his next door neighbor, and the neighbor's talking about like how the stars are they're always going to be there, like a week from now.
Hell,
a
in
week from
100
now, a
years
year
will
from
be
now.
forgotten.
Yeah, and I was just thinking like, but that's not even true because those stars aren't going to be the same.
Oh my god!
Because
it
those
wasn't
stars will
even
die
true.
out. Those stars will die out. That light will pass by us. So like, whatever it's trying to say doesn't even work because nothing in this movie works.
Maybe that was part of
And
the
because
reading. Maybe the characters are all wrong.
Nah, bro. Because
That's
then
the
he says it
actual
to his
message of the
mum.
film.
Because then he says it to his mum in like that weird subplot where like, oh, she might have cancer. It's like, what? Why is this even in the movie? And then they bring up that stupid star thing again. It's like, what is this? What is this movie trying to say?
Because the
It's just so
performances from
weird.
the
And then they bring
family
up the
that we
stupid
follow
stuff.
is really good.
Yeah.
Like, I actually thought they
The
like
performance, yeah.
like when
Yeah,
they have
I
to.
hated Tim. He was so annoying. As a
Yeah,
character.
he-
Oh,
fuck
that
you,
was really
man.
funny. When I first started watching, I'm like, oh, he looks like another Breaking Bad reference. He looks like Walt Jr. from Breaking Bad. I was like, oh, you know. Then he goes on crutches, and I'm like, holy shit! It's Walt
It's
Jr.
Walter Jr.
He's back. He's got a new family, and he's ready to break bad. Which he kind of
Got to eat all the
does,
cereal.
you know.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's like a dick in this movie.
He's
yeah,
a
it's
huge
so
dick.
horrible.
Because there's one. What does he say? Oh, damn it! I wrote it because it was. I was like aghast when this happened. Yeah, so it's after the son's killed himself, and Sigourney Weaver says to Tim, they don't make shot glasses as strong as they used to because she
so
cut her hand.
Yeah,
Obviously squeezing a
this
glass,
is- oh
and
my
then
God.
he says in response to that, parents neither, as in like, oh yeah, you basically failed and like get wrecked. Your son killed himself. It's like what? I'm like what? Why would you say that to your mum?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like,
I
that's
don't know.
just
It's just not
ridiculous.
Not real.
It's rough. It is really rough.
Yeah.
Um,
It's a lot of it. Yeah, a lot of it is just really cliched, like, because like I said before, like it's trying to say something, and like something meaningful, but it just comes out so pretentious. Because every discussion the main character Tim has with like anybody, like it has to be a profound conversation that's saying something.
yeah.
It's like, and because of that, there's like no development at all with
No.
any of the
It's
characters.
also
They
really
even
and it's
cynical.
very
they
annoying.
waste.
Very
Yeah.
cynical. Yeah.
Very cynical, like annoyingly so, and just doesn't.
I know.
Like,
It's
doesn't
like so
light
edgy.
Up. At least doesn't light up in like a human. I don't know. It just feels like rotten. The whole film just feels yuck.
Yeah. Because like how I mentioned that like that star conversation they have, how like, you know, we won't be here but the stars will. And like that's a very cynical way to look at life. And I think a movie that's trying to say something about suicide and like how like, you know, obviously don't do this thing is like, oh, this is like a message that this guy is saying to this other character. I thought like what kind of, I don't know. It's like very conflicted. I don't know.
Yeah, and they waste the most interesting character being like the dad. Like he's like riddled with guilt and blames himself, and
Yeah.
the son is like, yeah, I fucking blame him too.
Yeah.
And like he is like the whole like first act and like most of the second act, he's not there. Like he's
He's
seen like
so absent.
depressed on like the park bench, and like that's it.
It's
Like that's
so-
it for like
it's-
40 minutes of the movie.
It's so funny near the beginning because initially I didn't know he was the dad because at
Yeah, I
first
thought he was
like
like
oh he's
the
like
coach or something.
yeah I thought he was like
Yeah,
the
I
PE
didn't know
teacher
either.
and then like oh he's at the funeral. I guess that makes sense. Like oh he's drinking their alcohol from their house. I guess okay sure. And then like it was Sigourney Weaver and Tim at the dinner table, and then it was like oh Jeff Daniels is still here. Like what kind of relationship is this? And then like
Yeah.
oh he's the dad. And then like it cuts from that scene, and it's like Jeff Daniels is like asleep he's like in his car listening
to
to
music.
depressing music.
Yeah, wow.
It's just so ham-fisted.
I don't know.
It's so cringe.
I like figured out he was the dad, but the one who tripped me up was the sister.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Another
thought they were
person who
fucking,
just
to be
wanders
honest.
into this film
Yeah.
and like doesn't, and like you don't know she's the sister until there's a dinner scene
yeah.
where like
It's
they're all
just
sitting. And it's
there.
like, oh wait, so
Yeah.
this person that we met is
Yeah.
not like some
That's-
sort of friend. She's
That's
like
that's when I found
Yeah,
out as
exactly.
well. When they were sitting at the dinner
Yeah,
table, I'm
exactly,
like, oh
same.
yeah, so she's a sibling.
yeah. What a
Yeah.
fucking weird
'Cause-
way to introduce a
'cause, like,
character.
Because like in the script, it would have gone like Tim's sister like smoked a cigarette with him outside of the funeral, and was
Yeah,
like,
it's
like,
like,
that's
we're
not
never
that's not
shown
like
that
shown
shit.
in the movie. Because I
Yeah.
figured like oh this is like the girl he's dating, and like oh it's like the cliched let's go outside by ourselves and smoke a cigarette while talking about our lives.
Yeah,
But nope, it was his sister. The same cliche though.
yeah.
Yeah, so there's a
And-
lot of weird. I don't know. The characters are very very underwhelming.
And it's
Also,
trying to
side
do
note,
like dry dark humor too, which doesn't work.
yeah, it doesn't
all.
work.
Yeah, like the whole
It's
war veteran thing,
Tonally
like that
inconsistent.
joke that he keeps saying.
And then he gets
That was
fucking
weird,
like
anyway.
right
That's dick.
hooked.
That's such a dick thing to say.
I know, like, and he kept saying it to
Like,
the
I-
war
like-
vet, and he was
Yeah.
like, "Bro, like," and he like the war vet right off the get go was like, "Bro, I don't like this," and he kept doing it, and then he got pissed at the war vets and fucking left his like community service. It's
That's,
like,
that's a dick. Tim's a dick, and like he's like it's such an asshole to his dad as well.
yeah, and like,
It's like-
no one gets redeemed either. There's like, I guess the dad does, like, Jeff Daniels. He's like the only one that like sort of goes on like an actual proper arc. He goes from like,
Yeah,
Big
but his
like-
redemption is like so lazy.
yeah, it's so lazy.
It's off screen. It
It's
happens
just one
off
of those-
screen.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's
'Cause, like, he's
just
really
one of
depressed,
those, like,
unshaven.
oh my god, you're my son moments.
Yeah.
You know, let me hold you.
Yeah, no,
But that's
'cause
like
it's
the only
they
one.
saw Goodwill Hunting. They saw Goodwill Hunting, and they're like, oh, let's do that. It's not your fault, but like worse.
Yeah,
It's so bad because the whole thing, like, oh, he's hugging him. It's just like, you know, you're my son. It's
Yeah.
just the it's not your fault.
but
Goodwill
he's
Hunting.
also like,
Also,
I mean,
the brother,
like-
oh, you go test.
what
And
was
the-
I gonna
and the-
say?
Oh well, I was gonna say
the brother
oh.
shoots himself and no one hears it.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah,
that.
that's what I was gonna
How
say.
the fuck
That's
did
what I
no one
was
hear
gonna
the
say.
gunshot?
I know.
No one fucking heard that shit. Because I was like, oh, I wonder how he killed himself. And then like at the end when it's revealed, I'm
Yeah.
like, he had a gun.
Yeah, he's got a
No
gun.
one heard.
Yeah, and because the brother describes like, oh, it was like a canyon, like his head was split
Yeah.
open. It's like, oh, so he shot himself. Like, how did no one hear this? And then like it's revealed like, you know, the brother knew about it, but like, how did nobody else hear this?
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought that as well.
I don't know, that
I'm
was
not crazy
fucking
with
and like I know the dad was like he's like a shitty guy. Like that was like from the get go, you kind of knew that. But when he like goes to his wife, was like, hey, you should have plastic surgery to look younger.
That cannot be what the doctor meant.
No,
That cannot be
no.
what the doctor meant.
But he's like, oh, hey, wife, you're getting old and ugly. I want you to fucking change and look hot for me, babe. And then like the
Yeah,
New
that was
Year's
so
scene where
weird.
he's like alone and he's watching like everyone like make out and he's like, oh, I fucking wish my
Yeah.
wife looked hot and young again. Like what a fucking dick.
I think the like I don't know, Dan Harris seems very like it's just very pretentious. I think
Yeah.
that in that scene, I don't know if I was overthinking parts of the movie, but I remember thinking the plastic surgery thing was like his way of being like, ooh, human beings act in contradictory ways in the face of grief. Does that make sense? That's what
I
my reading
guess.
of it was. Like a bad rendition of that.
Maybe
but, like,
I was gonna
my
I
say
think it was
reading
more like
maybe
shedding and
maybe
like,
like yeah he did
changing.
he did it really
Yeah.
poorly.
Yeah, and even like Tim's whole disposition throughout the movie, and then you find out that him and his brother had a weird like kinship. That was another
like
thing
an
of,
abusive
Yeah.
relationship.
ooh, like human beings are complex,
which is
and,
like it's revealed in the last like
you know,
3 minutes.
Yeah.
they act in seemingly hypocritical ways, but like not in a good way. Like again, just comes off as like weird and disconnected and like not real to anything.
Yeah, because like it's really weird because like every single character in this movie, and the only one that you kind of feel sympathy for is the dead brother. But then you find out he's a dick too, and it's like, well, why the fuck do I even bother caring about
Yeah.
anyone except for maybe Sigourney Weaver, who's like the only like somewhat relatable character in this movie.
Then they throw in that whole like affair thing, and they're like,
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Tim's
too
the offspring
much.
of an affair. But it's like, but then it's like Sigourney's really defensive of like, oh, I hate this woman who I had an affair with her husband with. It's like,
Yeah,
why do you not like the wife? I don't
Yeah.
understand.
The
and
wife
it's for
told
some reason,
everyone.
she got
It's
a
for
new
some reason
grill.
a
I fucking
secret.
hate her.
And, like it's like a secret for like the whole movie until it's like finally revealed, as if like, oh, finally we know why. But like, why not just
Why even have
I-
it? It doesn't add to anything
It's-
at all.
why even have it? Like that and the cancer subplot. Just
Yes.
why have it? That and also like Tim and like the neighbor being like possibly gay for each
Yeah.
other. Like, what does that add? None
Well,
of this
that's
adds
that's
anything
the problem with
to
the movie
to
is
the
that
film.
it's trying to be like, I don't know, like the 400 blows. Like it's trying to pretend that like it's it's a coming of age story, and the way that it like meanders and focuses on like all these different, it like touches on all these different things happening in the characters'
Yeah.
lives. Like I think he thought when he was writing it that was going to come off as like,
Revolutionary.
I don't know, like fucking like humanistic and like offbeat. I don't know, like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like just like
Yeah.
I'm losing the word
Yeah,
right now,
like-
but just like like
Like it would feel
humanistic
real and like
and like
yeah,
it
yeah,
feel-
like
but like in
a
actuality
natural
because
progression of something.
like the characters are so poorly developed and
Yeah.
like even the main conflicts are underdeveloped. It makes
Yeah.
like it makes everything just feel weird and out of
Yeah.
place and like it's
And
like it's
yeah.
a one-off. Like the fucking sister who has the sister who like meets her boyfriend is the guy that he meets in the mental hospital, that Tim meets in the mental hospital.
Yeah.
Like,
And at that party, when Tim was like, "Hey, I thought you were gonna fucking kill yourself. Like, why didn't you do it?" And then he was like, "Oh,
Yeah, I
a good
know.
thing
Like,
for
what?
antidepressants. Cheers to antidepressants." But it's like he's such a dick. It's like, why? How dare you say that? To
I
someone?
know. Yeah, and because he's like really depressed, and then for some reason they have the title cards of each
Yeah.
season, which is just
Yeah,
so
fucking-
weird. Like it's such a
weird
weird
framing
credit
device
decision
because
for
they don't
me.
even have
Like,
one at
it's
the
really-
start of the movie.
No,
Yeah,
I know
it's like
so
it was
it's
suddenly
so
winter.
out of
I'm like,
place.
oh, okay.
And like so they'll have, yeah, like they'll have winter where he's really depressed, and then it's like spring, and like he's all happy doing community service, and he's
Yeah.
acting like a dick. It's like, okay, so all the
Yeah.
progression was off screen. Like what? Like
Yeah,
what?
apparently.
What?
Well,
Doesn't make any
again,
sense.
it's probably part of that like pastiche of like, oh, here's what happens to a family over a year of
Grievance.
Yeah.
grieving. Like that's what I think it but like
No,
you
yeah,
know,
definitely, but it's
but
not
like that,
developed.
you don't get the impression that like that we're getting introduced to like the emotions
Yeah.
of the characters, and then off screen they're actually making like a sensible progression. Because every time we
Yeah.
meet up with the characters again, they're just doing fucking weird shit that like doesn't
Yeah.
make sense or doesn't fit into
Yeah.
what we saw before.
Yeah, and then like by the end, like Tim and Sigourney Weaver finally like have a proper conversation about the brother and suicide and whatnot, and it's like, oh, finally these characters are being truthful with themselves and to each other, like they're finally having this weight lifted off of them, but we don't know them as characters, and they're like this build-up hasn't been built up to, and like we haven't seen them dying to express themselves, so it's like it's not earned at all, and it just felt very very weak to me.
It was just like we're watching like all these people just be dicks to each other, like from the get-go, and it's like, oh, these are just who these people are. Like they're not going to open up and trust and rely on it, like for each other, because they just all fucking hate each other. And then
Yeah, everyone's
Yeah.
just a massive dick until the last
where they're
5
all
minutes where
grateful.
they have to not be dicks anymore, because like the movie's over and like you can't send people home with that kind of ending.
But it was also just
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just so bad. There's no other way to describe it. It's
So bad. And I also wrote down, like when Jeff Daniels is at the doctor, and this is like right before he suggests to Sigourney, "Oh, get plastic surgery." The doctor says, like, for the first time in your life, stop telling yourself everything is okay. And it's like,
Yeah,
bro,
like-
I don't think
like
you've
we
been
don't
telling
even know
yourself
who
that.
you
Like
are,
he's been
bro.
depressed.
He's-
He's been
he
depressed for
blames
like
himself.
months. Like
Yeah.
he's not okay. Like he knows that. Yeah. And also, I think like right before that scene, on the desk, there's like a photo of the Doctor and his son is Paul Rudd. I don't know why,
Yeah, I
but there's a
know.
photo
Yeah,
of
no
Paul
one's
Really?
Rudd with an
fucking funny.
old
What
man.
was that about?
And because I figured like, oh, the camera's gonna turn around and it's Paul Rudd. Nope, never brought up. It's just a
Like,
photo
hey,
of
Paul
Paul
Rudd,
Rudd.
can you just come here and like pose with this guy that's gonna be your dad?
That was so weird.
We'll give you like $50
It's
and
so
a firm
strange.
handshake.
But that's a lot of this movie though. It's
Yeah,
just
also-
weird shit that's in there for no reason.
Yeah, again, like another thing is that now this is a narrative device used sometimes in better films, and even then it's a bit weird. But there's incest in this for no reason, because
Yeah.
on top of like
There is?
fact,
What?
yeah, because
Yeah,
his
there is.
best friend, the neighbor, is his half brother.
Yeah, it's his
Oh,
half
sorry, of
brother.
course. Oh yeah.
So they're just-
that,
so-
that didn't even clock
so
for
that-
me.
It's
Of
like
course.
that's like now even weirder. Like, why did you have
Yeah.
like you had a gay
Yeah.
thing,
Well,
and then now they're also
yeah.
half brothers.
Well, that's how
Yeah.
insignificant that whole subplot of him being the offspring of an affair is. Because I didn't even pick up on that. Because like it doesn't mean anything. Him being
Yeah, and it
it's like
doesn't. And
someone
it
else,
doesn't
being
add,
someone else's
like,
child.
the fact that he's his half brother, and that they also shared a kiss and have maybe feelings for each other. Those things don't find any kind of conclusion by the end of the movie.
No,
They're
No.
just
No, the movie
best
just
buddies.
ends.
They're just best buddies, and they never talk about the fact that they're brothers and that they kissed,
Yeah.
yeah.
which is
Like,
like
the movie just
super
ends with-
bizarre. Like, why would you not at
Super.
least bring that up? I feel like that's kind of important in the film. If the
Yeah.
affair is such an emotional crux where the mum is like finally like coming to terms with some shit, this thing that's been haunting the family for like 18 years.
Yeah.
I feel like
And
all that needs to be explored, and it's just not in a way
Yeah.
that's like
Yeah.
in any way like rewarding.
And because it's treated as a big reveal as well. Like this is why I don't like this woman, and this is why like your dad has seemingly always like neglected you or something, and like why your brother she didn't know the son was abusing Tim, but like also like why he was seen as an outsider, but we never saw any of that, so we don't.
Yeah, we don't
Like
care,
we never saw that
'cause, like,
neglect, so
we
like
got
it
into
doesn't
the
matter.
movie-
It doesn't add anything.
We got into
'Cause
the
it
movie,
starts in
and
the middle of
immediately-
nothing.
and immediately the brother's dead, and like that's it.
Yeah. And then like if the movie ends with him like, oh my god, because the whole movie is building up like, oh, play some piano tune. Like, oh, I don't wanna. I never really learned. And then like
Yeah.
it's brought up so many times, and like, oh, okay, he's gonna play piano at the end, of course.
yeah,
and then he
right.
does,
And then he
and
fucking
it's so
does.
beautiful.
And it plays over
And
him
it's like-
getting
it's
like
so
abused.
beautiful.
It's like
Yeah.
also this beautiful moment where like he finally like connects to like something that he actually enjoys, which is music, and it's just being played over the most
Well, it's-
traumatic years of his life. It's like
Yeah, but it's,
Because
it's so
that's how
it's
that's
when
how,
he- it's
that's
when
how he's
he
expressing
finally-
himself.
he finally
That's how he's expressing himself.
yeah, he finally comes to peace with the abuse that he suffered that we didn't even fucking
Yeah.
know about
Yeah,
until halfway through
that's
the
my
movie, and then
problem.
it was never brought
Yep.
up again.
yeah, that's my problem with
Yep.
it. Is like
Yep.
the only purpose of that is to show us that his brother was a dick, and like because
Because like the biggest.
I would have been fine if the bruises
No.
was from that bully that like Sigourney Weaver confronted, and then the
Yeah.
like
yeah.
half brother like threatened to like fucking murder in the middle of the cafeteria. I would have been fine if it was the bully
Yeah.
doing that, but like whoever the fucking director is was like, nah, fuck that.
Dan Harris.
Dan Harris was like, nah, you
Fucking
know
X-Men
what?
2 co-writer.
X-Men 2 co-writer was
That's
like,
the only
nah.
reason he made this movie.
It has to be like
Yep. Go pay
we have to
check.
make the last like character in this movie also a piece of shit. Like everyone in this family, it's like he just hated this family. It was like, I'm gonna make them fucking hate each other.
Yeah. I hate these
I
characters
hate
I'm
them
writing.
so much. I'm gonna
I
make
hate
them
But at
argue
the same
and
time,
Because,
murder.
like-
I get the feeling that this was a personal film.
Yeah.
For sure. Like, because I don't think you write something like there's at least trying to be this thematically deep without it resonating with you at least a little bit.
Because I
But then, like-
also felt like the characterization of like the childhood happening, or like what they were doing as teenagers, it felt like something that someone had lived like 20 years ago. Does that make
Yeah.
sense? I got that feeling a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he was trying to remember what had happened, and then like he took away all the wrong messages and like lessons, and like, oh yeah, I'll make
Yeah,
a
it's
movie
very
about this,
skewed
Yeah,
vision.
because I
which
don't
is
know,
just
like
really weird.
even just the like, oh, I live next to my best friend who's the same age as me. Like that's like some shit from like you obviously grew up in like the 80s or something. I don't know. Like that's just That's just like the kind of thing that feels like older than the movie it's in.
Yeah.
So like to me that says to me that this is obviously from a person who grew up in another era, and it was probably the guy, you know, who wrote and directed the movie. So like I assume it's a movie that's personal to him.
Yeah.
I don't know if his brother committed suicide, but there's at least something going on where like this is obviously an outlet for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It was just a weird. Because
It's a weird movie, and like it's just, and like I said, like it's constantly reminding you about suicide, and like it's like everything they bring up, like they bring up Nirvana, they bring up other things, like, oh, I don't know, it's just like, why, like I understand like that's the main crux of the plot, and like the theme is trying to say, but like it doesn't have to be solely focused around
yeah,
that.
it should be more little like hopeful. But it's not.
But the weird thing about that's what I found weird about the movie is that like there's so much focus on that, but then those themes never get resolved, or like they're not like spoken upon in a way that's like interesting, and that is a good point to leave it on. And then on top of that, there's all this other bullshit happening in the plot that also doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's just like a perfect shitstorm of like meaningless characters, meaningless dynamics, meaningless subplots. And then on top of that, like, you know, like those things being stupid are not even being sacrificed for like the betterment of the main theme and the main message of the story, because that's also bad.
Yeah, and because everything is just so cliched. It's just all motifs from everything.
Yeah, because like I got to a point in the movie, I was like halfway through it, and I just thought, like, should I keep watching this as a feature film, or am I just watching a series of vignettes? You know, like that's the feeling I got. I was like, we're not even like we're just watching disparate moments of the same person, not even part of like a movie. But then as like scenes in and of themselves, they're also bad. So there's just nothing fucking good, like, to hang on to story wise.
Yeah, and it's all broken up into weird chapters of like the seasons of the year for no
fucking reason.
Because it somehow had like no other way of showing that time had passed. When you could have just
shown the fucking weather.
It's just the weather.
It could, that, or like it didn't have to be over a year either. Like nothing in this movie actually says like, oh yeah, this was over the course of a year. Like
it does not. Because
you jump. Because like they skip over.
Time.
They skip over all the development that happened in between anyway. So like, why spread it out so much if you're going to skip over stuff? Just condense it down to like a month or something.
The developments that happen off screen doesn't even feel like anything happened. It's just like the same characters. Like nothing, to me at least, felt too different.
Well, yeah. Well, see, I guess I'm more just thinking about like the way Tim changes and the way that like Jeff Daniels changes like off screen between two scenes.
Like,
because Sigourney Weaver's like the same the whole time, aside from the cancer thing.
But even for them, it's like, do they really change as people, or is it more just they change what they're doing?
They're just
just what they're doing changes. You know, that's what I felt
as people, I couldn't really tell that much had changed, but they're like just doing other things, and it's like what they're doing makes them seem like, because like Jeff Daniels, I actually start giving him stuff to fucking do in the movie, and it's like, oh, maybe because we're now seeing more of him, he's like, you know, starting to come to terms with his son's death and everything. But no, it's just because we're seeing him more. Like that's it, because they just fucking forgot about him, and he went, oh shit, I got another character. I better like pop him in.
Yeah, you're right. It's just like, oh shit, like, well, you know, we are doing a movie on a family, and every family member needs their time, but like,
except the daughter.
It doesn't
except
go
Michelle Williams.
Fuck the daughter.
Just forget Michelle Williams. Give her like 2 minutes of screen time. Like, why even have her in the movie aside from the whole weed subplot? Which again, why is it there? Like the whole scene of Sigourney finding the weed in the medicine cabinet, going to the drugstore, getting the cigar, coming back, and then rolling the joint. Why not just have joints in the cabinet?
Yeah.
That whole scene of her going out, getting the cigar is just useless. Nothing happens.
The only thing that happens, the only reason...
No, this is before that. This is before that, before she gets arrested.
No, I'll tell you why. The only reason is to inject levity and humor by having the cashier be like, oh, it's on me, you know? Nah, don't worry,
But
it's
just
on
have,
me. Even
but
though
if
she
that's the
doesn't buy
case, then just
filters,
have,
but anyway, I won't
Yeah.
talk about that
yeah.
shit.
But even then, if that's the case, just have the levity be like when she's high and she's just going like, "Ooh, this is so weird and funny." Ooh, goo goo. I
But
don't know.
then
Have
her
her
being
be
high
doing
is
some
shit
weird
as well.
shit.
Like she doesn't do anything. Like
Yeah,
she just gets
she's
high,
like goes to sleep.
has no like, doesn't do anything that you would do high,
Yeah.
and then just
Yeah,
falls asleep. Like what the fuck was the point?
yeah.
What the fuck was the
That's
point
just
of her even smoking
what was the
weed?
point? And then yeah, and then like you said, Jacob, she gets arrested, and like she goes into a store looking like the most you can look like a cop, and she says, "Oh yes, could I please have one drug, please?" And then she gets arrested and she's surprised. Like I don't. What did you expect?
Yeah,
Well, what
because
did
she
you
pretty much
expect,
said that.
lady?
She's like, "Can I have my one drug, please? Can I have one
And then she's
McDonald's?
surprised.
I want
Can
one
I have one
McDonald's."
McDonald, please?
She's like, "You fucker, you fucking snitched on me." And he's like, "We've got cameras, bro. I told them instantly. Fuck you."
Yeah, but
And
And like
even
that
that is
cop's
weird.
just
It's like,
always sitting
what's the
there.
point? Like, obviously that was just a setup to like get her caught buying drugs, but it's like, what is that? Like, does that happen? Do people just like expect? Do cops like chill in the back of weird
Yeah,
stores?
That's that's what I was gonna say. Like yeah, or is that cop just there for like
Like,
24 hours?
just for that,
He's
like
just always
just
there.
for the
Yeah,
possibility
just
that you're gonna
that
walk
someone's
into like
gone.
a candle store, whatever the fuck it is, and be like, "I would like the drug, please." Like
yeah.
what?
And because like that whole and because like, the whole point of that was like to get Vern into the story, but Vern doesn't need to exist because Michelle Williams as the sister doesn't need to exist. So
Yeah.
you can get rid of that whole subplot anyway, and because of that, you can get rid of the whole weed subplot, and so then you're like left with half the movie.
Yeah, I know. Some of the
And
some
at
of the
that point,
shit
just
in
don't have
this,
the movie.
some of the
Yeah,
plot threads
yeah.
in this, it's like if you pull on them, it's like
It
it's like
unravels.
it
falls
unravels
apart.
Oh yeah,
completely. It's like you
yeah,
just
yeah.
keep pulling it, and all the stitching,
That's
everything
a
falls apart. You know,
that's a great way to put it because that's exactly what it felt like watching this movie.
And you kind of
it's just
left like a little
this is
patch
needless,
of
and then if I
something.
take
Yeah,
if I take it out, I take more needless shit out, and just like no point.
yeah. And oh, that's right. And actually, when she's at that convenience store where she buys the cigar, the guy like when he says like, "Ah, it's all right, it's free," like he winks at her, but he just blinks. He can't wink.
No, he can't.
Anyway, I went back like 4 times to make sure, and like he just winked. He just blinked, and yeah, that's like the most of note thing. And I
Oh
wrote
my
like so
God.
much of this movie. I wrote so much shit for this
I
movie.
wrote so much as well, and then I looked at it and I was like, I don't even fucking like.
It's just incoherent
Nothing
ramblings.
nothing I wrote is even interesting enough to talk about
Yeah.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it's just
exactly.
me.
'Cause
It's
this
just me
movie.
reacting to the movie, being like, no, I don't like
Yeah,
that.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I literally just write. Yeah, I do not like Tim. Fuck this kid. And yeah,
And he's
he's
just an asshole.
super annoying.
I think it's just so hard to write a character who is like a teenager who's like a brat but is like likable. Like that,
Yeah.
it just doesn't go well. Like just fucking write a kid who we're gonna like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
'cause
write a
even
kid with
even
some
because
redeeming
even
quality.
yeah, because even Juno kind of skirts that line with me because I really like that movie, but even then like Juno herself can be a bit much with like how quippy she is and how
Yeah.
bratty she can be. But
Yeah, it's a fine line.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to write a character that everyone else is kind of annoyed at, but like that we like or we enjoy that aspect of them. And Tim just never like nothing in his performance
It's also
or in
'cause
his writing
we don't
just
really-
ever lets us get in.
Yeah, we don't really get any like downtime with him. He's always with someone, so we don't see him
Yeah,
kind
he's
of coming
always
to
fucking-
terms with like that he didn't stop because they wanted to, and again they wanted to save the big reveal for the end. But if we knew that he like didn't stop his brother from committing suicide, maybe we could tackle more of an angle of like him coming to slowly learn to come to terms that he could have prevented his brother's death. But they since they want to
Yeah.
save that big reveal, we get no downtime because we didn't know that happened. And if we did have any downtime with him, the big reveal at the end would get spoiled. So it's like we don't get
Yeah.
time to watch him go through it by himself because he's always
And
with
'cause-
someone.
and because yeah, and in like relation to that and how like you don't see how because we're left in the dark because of that and we don't see his perspective of it because he says at one point because when he's trying to have sex with his girlfriend and then like she sees the bruises and he's like it's all right they'll be gone in a week and because obviously the bruises will heal, and because he won't be getting any
Yeah.
more because
Yeah.
his brother's dead. And it's like, oh, I guess that's, hindsight 2020. We know now why he said that. But like, I don't know. It would have been, because I guess like on a rewatch that line will like, oh, look, it's hinting towards that. But
Yeah,
like,
but
like you
you
said,
know what the
Jacob, why
problem
not just
is
have that from the beginning?
like the way that all the elements are presented, on top of the fact that the writing of the characters and like all these other side characters is so disparate, it just leads to issues because it's like, all right, so we find out about the bruises initially,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
Sigourney Weaver finds out about them, and
Yep.
the girlfriend does.
Yep.
Now, like Sigourney Weaver, like has a scene where she talks to the brother, but like the girlfriend, for example, like, what does it matter that she knows that he's got bruises? Like, we're never gonna fucking see her again.
Yeah.
We see her
Yep.
like once again throughout the movie,
Yeah.
so it just feels like these characters are having conversations with people about plot elements that the characters like. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, makes
the
sense.
character that they are
Yeah, yeah.
speaking to is not going to be the one who like finds out about that plot element. So like that character doesn't matter. It's just for us. It's just an excuse for us as the audience to find out.
It's like everyone is just a surrogate for the audience. Like,
Yeah.
because it's just speaking directly to you. Like, there is no subtlety. It's just, oh, by the way, this is what's happening, and this is just so you know, guys, just so you don't get lost and
Yeah,
confused.
like the incest
And
thing
I hate that.
is like a perfect example
Yeah.
of that. Like we find out about the affair, we see him and his half brother kiss, and then pretend like it never happened. But then the person who tells him about the affair and like reveals that, like like Sigourney Weaver reveals to Tim that he's like basically that guy's half brother. But then that guy like he never fucking finds out about it. Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like Kyle,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he
Yeah.
never finds out. So
There's
we
no
don't see
payoff.
the resolution of their character dynamic. But like
Yeah.
the way that it is, it's like it feels like the only consideration of it was that, well, we know that like he has this relationship with his half brother, and then we also actually get the revelation that he's the half brother. But the characters it's concerned with are like not the same characters in both those instances,
Yeah. Yeah, because it's like, if like you're watching a mystery show or a movie, and like something's revealed to the audience, but the characters don't know, and so like the whole time you're waiting for the characters to learn, and then like, oh, they finally learn, and it's like, oh, it's like a weight has been lifted because like, oh, finally,
Yeah.
like they've caught up to what I know, but they never catch up to what you know in this movie
Yeah, because
those characters are a substitute
it's
for
done in
us, the
reverse.
audience,
yeah,
just
so
so we
like
know
they're
everything.
not real people.
Yeah.
So it's just weird. Like that's why like the movie just has such a weird energy. And again, for me, that's kind of what at least made it like Serpent and the Rainbow. It kind of like made it like at least interesting to watch in the sense that I'm like, okay, I'm watching a drama that has like decent dialogue some of the time,
Good performances.
and it's trying to do these things that usually I like, but it's failing
Yeah.
on all of them. So I'm gonna
Well,
get
yeah.
to think about and talk about why they're failing, and by that exercise find out why good art is good.
Yeah.
Through
Yeah.
fucking like watching this shit movie that thinks it's all that.
Yeah.
It's so pretentious, this movie.
And it's just ungodly and pretentious, and the resolution is just like so ham-fisted, and like it's not earned at all.
Yeah.
It's
This
just
is so bad. It's cliched in the worst way, because everything it tries to pull from other better stories, it just does horrifically.
Yeah, I'd rather just
And, like,
watch like
you know-
ordinary people.
Yeah.
Yeah, or just watch anything else. Watch Dead Poets Society, anything else. Hell, watch Good Will Hunting. It's not even about suicide, that movie, but it's better. It's a better character
Yeah.
study.
Yeah, it's
It's
a better
just-
character study like, between two people that have like that family dynamic
Yeah, because he's like a
of
father
like and,
figure.
like
Yeah,
going through like a grievance in a way. Like
yeah.
Good Will Hunting. I mean, that's a great movie, but it did kind of feel like this movie wanted to be that, but it just
It just
Yeah.
fails.
Well,
failed.
that's because when, like, as I said before, like the Jeff Daniels "You're My Son," like I literally wrote down Good Will Hunting moment, and like Dan Harris saw that scene and was like, oh, I'm gonna take that and use it in my movie.
Yeah,
And it
well, I
just didn't
feel like
work.
a lot of movies post Good Will Hunting had that kind of moment because they
Yeah.
liked
Yeah.
it a lot,
And like,
but then they
seven
just used it
years
badly.
post Good Will Hunting.
Yeah,
Yeah, 7
literally.
years post Good Will Hunting.
Another thing I didn't like was like the music in and of itself. I thought was fine. Like it had that classic American whimsy, but then its
Yeah.
use throughout the movie was just lazy and poor and repetitive.
You know,
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell you because
Well, it's just a
it was
generic
so
score, but
it
I
was
just
so
thought
yeah.
it
I was
was
gonna say
notable
because
to
it was
say.
so generic. I didn't even pick up on it.
Because it's a generic
Yeah.
score, but then they use the same bit of music in
'Cause actually,
so
I
many
was-
scenes. So
Yeah.
the music loses meaning. Even though the music itself is actually not that bad, it loses meaning because it's not used in like the same tone of scene. It's just used in it's used in like so many fucking scenes.
Yeah.
You know?
I guess the only like exception to that is at the end when Tim finally plays the piano piece, where it's like, because you know, at least this piece is meant to mean something to him, and I guess I would assume it's an original piece for the movie, and like I guess that.
Oh, you'd hope.
But even then, I don't know. But actually, that's the thing I was going to mention with the Serpent and the Rainbow. The music in that movie was so bad. It was so
But
frustrating
you know what?
to me. It was
At
so
least
annoying.
in that movie,
Maybe it's because
it
I
was
don't like Haitian
repetitive.
music or something.
Yeah, but at least
it was
I don't know. I
so
found that
annoying.
with that movie, it's like it was repetitive in like a B grade way,
Yeah.
where it's like it's just being like it's just being like silly. But like in this
Yeah.
movie,
Yeah.
like this is like
It's
this
trying.
is a primo American family drama,
Starring Sigourney Weaver.
and
Yeah,
like
fair enough.
it's trying to be like it's also just trying to be like beautifully shot or whatever. But like that doesn't work because the filmmaking is just like it's just
Dog
like
water.
unnotable. It's like of no note, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
It's
Like
just
nothing
it's like,
stands out.
it's
Like
the
it
bare
was
bones
it's
of a movie.
coherent as a film, and it was shot where everyone was in the scene, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know,
And-
like
and
nothing
even then
inventive
when you-
done at all.
Yeah. And even then, when you say coherent, a lot of this movie is aimless. Like the inciting
Oh.
incident of the brother killing himself.
Like,
Yeah, okay,
sinfully
so that's
aimless.
that's the main groundworks, and then it just goes off like on just all these like you said, there's little vignettes of just random shit, and then finally at the end when Sigourney and Tim talk, and then it's like so it's brother kills himself, Sigourney and Tim talk, and then the ending with him playing the piano. They're like the three scenes that have to happen, and everything else is just filler.
Yeah, like if
And
you
it's just
drew
awful.
like Tim's like narrative arc, it would just be like this. It would just be like a straight line and then like
Yeah,
bam,
just-
and that's like the whole
Yeah.
arc.
Yeah.
Like it's just a straight
yeah.
line of like no,
That's every
nothing
character
fucking
in this
happening,
movie,
and then
though.
it just goes up like that and spikes.
There's like 10 minutes of like actual like movie through lines in this film, and that's
Yeah.
it. Everything else is just hearsay.
Yeah, exactly. And like James said, like basically every character really.
Yeah,
Like
all
Jeff
the
Daniels.
characters. Jeff Daniels. It's just like that. Yeah.
It's just
Sigourney
flat.
Weaver is more like has a spike at the beginning.
But
Then
Jeff
kind of
Daniels
settles.
starts in
Yeah,
the middle.
and then-
Like, it doesn't even start with everyone else.
He's not even
He's not even a character for
beginning-
the first 40
act.
minutes.
That's so,
So, like,
funny.
his line starts here.
He
It's
isn't.
like, it's not over here with everyone. It just starts here.
If out of us three, two of us didn't think he was the dad in the first 10 minutes, you're
Yeah,
doing something
yeah.
wrong. Okay, like two,
Jeff
that's
Daniels.
60%.
No, that's weird
That's
that
bad.
the coaches is like eating and drinking their stuff. You know, what a
I thought it was so
friendly
weird.
neighborhood. You know, that was
Maybe he actually was. No,
exactly.
he actually was, guys. He was hired as the coach, and then fucking Bill Pullman, who was supposed to play the dad, pulled out,
To
and
do
they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry,
Serpent
Jeff
and the
Daniels. We
Rainbow.
gotta,
like
we have to
Yes,
do this
before.
now because the main character who played Matt Travis killed himself in real life as well. So anyway, I'm not gonna get
I
too-
can't believe you remember his name.
Oh,
I
you know
forgot
why I
all of
remember
it.
his
I only-
name?
I
Because
only know
kept,
Tim 'cause I wrote
kept
it down.
thinking, because Tim's a fucking stupid name. That's a fake name. But I kept thinking, Matt Travis, Dan Harris. Like that's how I thought of like them. I was like, fucking
Yeah, fair
Dan
enough.
Harris out here on that Matt Travis shit because it's like, oh, as if
It's
you
just
couldn't tell me
self-insert.
more clearly that you were basing this on personal experience. The fucking names, both like Harris and Travis are the family names
Yeah.
of these of the director Harris, and Travis is the family name. Like a fucking stupid surname.
actually, there was a character that got named, and I was like, oh, is that the director? But then I realized that it was a different name. I can't remember which character it was. But I was watching it.
Jeff Daniels, probably.
Yeah, no. No, oh, it could have just been Matt Travis actually.
Anyway, let's just give a fucking score to this piece of shit.
Wow.
Right, one.
And-
Honestly,
Yeah.
a one. This is probably worse than Serpent and Rainbow because at least I had
Yeah.
fun watching that movie. Somewhat fun. Like, still bad, but
I don't know. Honestly, yeah, also a 1, but maybe I don't know. I think Serpent and the
Like,
Rainbow is
better-
worse for me, but
no, I think you're right. I do agree that it is worse. And like, if I had to rate these two movies, this would be better. But still, would never watch it again.
Yeah,
No,
both
just
are
no.
ones.
Jacob?
Like this is a 1. I don't ever want to watch this again. It was like a failed
watch this
attempt
shit.
at, like, cause his heart was there. You can see that his heart was there, and he really wanted to, tell a story about a family grieving a loved one. But it's just lost in a bunch of crap. It kind of felt like he threw a million things at the wall, 1,000 things stuck, but only 10 should have been there. Like that's what it felt like. Like he just wanted to add so much more to it, and it just,
That's a good way of putting it. Like he wrote the first draft and was like, oh, I have so many good ideas, and he didn't cut any of them out. Like he somehow worked in all of his bad ideas.
But
Yep.
yeah, that's Imaginary Heroes.
3 out of 15.
Yep.
Another
So we got two
another
consecutive
stinker.
3 out of 15.
Yeah, fuck. Hopefully that
Hopefully the
doesn't
next
happen again
movie's
on
good.
another episode.
Hopefully, yeah.
We'll have to see.
Maybe let's
well-
hope it's a little bit better.
Well, let's
I
get.
don't know. Maybe we'll
Whoa,
be pretty silent
whoa.
throughout.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
crazy.
yeah, we'll move on
The
to the
the
next
next
movie.
well, because it was your watch list test, you actually might as well give your first impressions.
Yeah, I really liked it. I mean, I was kind of expecting the presentation to be just a little bit rough because those older spaghetti westerns I've noticed tend to be a bit, just like they're not like immaculate films. You know what I mean? In terms of
Yeah.
their presentation.
Yeah, they can be a bit ropey
And
in the
like
production, I
obviously
guess.
this movie's got like just like straight up got like an Italian dub over it.
Yep.
Which
Yes,
you
it
know,
does.
ideally that
Whereas,
wouldn't
like-
be a thing. Ideally, you would just
Ideally,
record,
but even
even
then, it's like it's not like it's a bad thing. It's just that 2-inch barrier. It's like
But
not a bad thing.
But yeah, to get all that out of the way, just
To warn anyone who might watch it, yeah, like initially it's like if you're not expecting that, it might take you off guard. But other than that,
Yeah,
it's a great film.
and also I guess on top of that, because we watched it on YouTube because it's free on YouTube, and I don't know if it's just me, but the subtitles seem to go really quick, and I have to go back so many times to
Really?
read the subtitles.
Oh, my subtitles are actually pretty good.
No, okay,
Yeah,
maybe it's just me. Just a skill
I
issue.
got the Blu-ray.
Yeah, tell us
So
what's
it
the
was-
what's it like?
Yeah,
the
what was it
transfer?
like?
It was good. It was really good. It has both the English and the Italian dub over it, and it also comes with commentary. I can't remember who does the commentary, but as it plays, they've got like
Klaus.
someone's doing commentary over it.
Someone fucking.
But the
did come
subtitles seem pretty fine on the Blu-ray. It was good. I decided to check out both, but if you do I can't speak Italian, so I couldn't understand the Italian dub. But with the subtitles, it sounded about right. But if you listen to the English dub, the subtitles don't match the words, which infuriated me. So I went back to Italian.
Well, I was, because while listening to the Italian dub, I was picking up on like, I don't think that's exactly what they said, but it gets the,
Look, it's
the
close
basic points
enough.
across.
It's close enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
Close
Yeah.
enough.
but
Yeah, it was very, very close. Like it wasn't like bad or anything. And if you turn the subtitles off with the English dub, you wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to get like exactly what the subtitles were saying. Like, and it's too distracting if they're saying a different thing. So that's why I chose to do the Italian dub, which is how I watched it the first time.
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
fair
fair enough. I've heard most people say the Italian dub is better. So
Yeah, the voice
yeah, right.
acting or like the dub acting was significantly better than the English.
Well,
I
actually,
found.
to just to, like expand on that, I think just like knowing that like Klaus Kinski. I think just knowing that he's like how crazy he was and like his deep voice, like the guy who they got doing the Italian dub version was like
Sounds very
so
normal.
soft
Yeah.
soft spoken. It's like
Yeah.
I mean maybe you should have got someone a bit crazier maybe to do that voice.
But
Yeah,
I
I
mean, it
noticed
still
that too.
worked. Like, because the way he
I did, yeah.
was in, like, his character played out. You know, he's a very calm, cool, collected person, which is why he doesn't fall for the whole "you pull first" trick that Silence does. To like get away with murder, pretty much.
Pretty much. Everyone's just getting away with murder in this movie.
It's so good.
I'm not sure.
Well,
Yeah.
I felt pretty lucky because, like, you know, I'm not like, I try to look out for allegory and like all that sort of subtext jazz.
Yeah.
You know, but in like genre films, I automatically usually have that switched off, that reader, which is like a big
Okay, yeah.
mistake because you should watch all genre. Like, a lot of genre films will have some sort of subtext or allegory or metaphor for a thing. So
Mhm,
anyway,
yeah.
before I watched this movie, I don't know where I saw it, but I saw a thing that was like Kabuchi made this as like an allegory for some of the like killed like leaders of the 60s, and that kind of colored my view of the film for the better. But I just thought it was interesting to bring up, like specifically about like JFK,
Yeah, right.
Che Guevara, and I think maybe
Yeah.
Martin Luther King.
Yeah, I heard
Which
about
makes
that.
a lot of sense when you watch like when you see how the movie ends.
Yeah.
Like,
But,
because spoilers, of course.
Spoiler,
Because Silence dies. Well, basically everybody except Klaus and his gang
yeah.
die
Yeah,
because of
exactly.
that.
Which I really
Because it's not
like.
a traditional good guys win type narrative.
Pretty much, yeah. Like, but that for me was like the silver lining where I was like, all right, I do like this movie. But even everything
Yeah,
up
okay.
until then, I loved like the role of Klaus Kinski's Tigrero, either Tigrero
Yeah,
or Loco.
to grow.
You can call him either
Yeah,
one.
Loco. I guess just Loco.
I'm gonna call him
You
Tigrero
crazy,
because
man.
that's cooler. Like, I was thinking about his arc. I'm like, okay, in the traditional Western sense, he's victorious at the end of the film, and I kind of liked looking at his journey throughout the movie as like, kind of like like if you look at it from like plot wise, it felt like a hero's journey, but like he's not a good dude. But he goes through a
Yeah.
lot of things that like typical cowboy Western heroes have to go through. Like, he cops a lot of shit from the sheriff, and he is, by his own measure, trying to kill the bad guys. Like, he's not a bandit or anything or some such. He's actually trying to. He's a
Yeah.
bounty killer, and he's trying to kill, you know, all the like these criminals and like turn them in.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
thought that
but
was
I think
I thought that was interesting.
it blurs the line though between him being a bounty killer and the actual criminals, because sure, like legally he's, I guess, on the right side of the law, but he's very dubious,
Yeah, he
especially with the massacre at the end of the movie.
of the bandits and
Yeah.
everyone. But that's because he's like, it's all about kind of like perspective. Like he's like taking the good in quotation marks, like doing a good job and taking advantage of it. He's like, oh yeah, I can kill people for money legally if I just go after the people with the bounties. But like, it's how he does it. That's like very morally
Basically, because
wrong.
I just saw it like, oh, this guy's just using this bounty killer like license as an excuse just to kill people.
Yeah.
Like, this guy just like gets off on it.
Yeah.
On it.
I love the scene when the guy that like slit Silence's throat like comes back and like he finally reveals, oh, you shot my thumb off, you fucker, and then like they burn his hand, and you just know they muted the audio from it's like the way they edited it and like edited the sound together. It like just becomes like super silent really suddenly, and then you just hear like the dubbed over laugh of the guy that's holding him there. And it was just really funny. It's like the clunk, it was like it was clunky, but it like adds to it. It's like a good clunkiness.
Yeah, it adds to the charm, I guess. Because there is clunkiness in this film, because there's quite a few shots out of focus.
Yeah.
There was, I don't know if it's just on the transfer or something that's on YouTube, but it's really blown out. There's a few really blown out scenes like near the third act Like everything is just super white for like a few shots.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw
yeah.
that. I
Yeah,
think
but,
that's part of the effect.
Yeah, I
though.
think so.
And
as
that's
well,
just a part of the movie, yeah. Like, it's well, it was made in '68. It wouldn't have had a crazy budget
Yeah.
either. So
Because I was watching that and I was like, holy shit, it's like really blown out. Everything is super bright and like whited out.
yeah.
But that's only for a few shots. Or, like,
Oh
the
yeah,
scene-
it's just
the
very
scene.
briefly,
But-
yeah.
And at the
Yeah.
beginning, there's like this like crosshatch like effect on the camera. Like they've put like a straw
Yeah, I
bag
saw
Yeah,
that
over
too.
the
What
I know what you
camera.
was that
mean.
about?
Yeah,
And
I know
was
what
like,
you mean.
What is this?
I was wondering what
Like,
that was.
Were they hiding the
Yeah.
camera when they were filming this scene? Was it like
Yeah.
snowy and it kept going on
That's
the
what I
lens
was. Yeah.
or something like that? But
Yeah, I know. I
yeah, I
know that
love
as well.
the like almost like purpose of because I mean a lot of westerns are like gritty and harsh, or at least like non-American westerns, because the American westerns make America seem like a dream, and they're very different type of westerns. But like the winter westerns, they're very like harsh.
The winter
and,
westerns.
and
Yeah, they're very dread.
like they're very representative of like winter and how harsh and devastating it is to, especially back then, like all to farmers in general. Like imagine being a farmer in like the 1400s of winter comes and you're like, fuck, our corn got rotted, we're dead, the whole fucking family's dead. Like it's really harsh. And the like
Yeah,
snowy
it's fucked
westerns
up.
really represent that. Like April 8's another one where it's like they're just all like shitty people and there's no real winner, and like the winner's not necessarily a good
yeah.
guy. Like I've just noticed that I haven't watched too many
Yeah.
snowy westerns. I've watched a lot of westerns, but not snowy westerns.
I don't think there's a lot.
No, there's not many.
Yeah, I think
It
it's
is
pretty
very
niche,
Only like a few.
subgenre. Yeah, but because it is quite niche, I do want to point out that Tarantino slabbed quite a bit of this film. I
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
because for Hateful Eight, I mean, because like the beginning of this movie is like an
Yeah.
extreme long shot of a
Yeah.
horse coming towards the camera, like really slowly, like at the beginning of Hateful Eight. It's a carriage, and then later on, right here, because I wrote this shit down because it's like
Damn,
he
I didn't even
slabbed.
notice that because I haven't seen that film.
And then
in
because like
ages.
they see like there's two guys
Yeah.
on the horse carriage and they're just riding in the snow. Then they come
Yeah.
across the sheriff
And then
in the
they-
middle of
and
the
then when-
snowfield, like in the Hateful Eight. And then they're putting the bounties
Loco's
on
putting the
top of,
bounties on top of the wagon.
they're putting the bounties on top of the carriage, and then he gets in, and like they stop at like they
Yeah.
kind of stop at like a building, like
Yeah.
kind of like a haberdashery. And then I imagine like Tarantino watched this movie and was like, okay, but what if in my
Stayed
movie
there.
they just didn't make it? So yeah, because in this movie they
Yeah.
make it to the town, obviously, but then in his movie he's like, well, what if they just don't make it to the town and they just stay in this like building for the rest of the movie? And I
that's
I
good.
feel like that's
Like,
essentially
they
what
still
he
make it
did.
very different.
No, yeah, still, yeah, for sure.
Oh, it's like that whole Reservoir Dogs, and I can't remember the
So yeah, the Hong Kong film.
the Hong Kong film.
Hong Kong.
It's kind of like he did the same thing there, where he saw that scene and went, "Oh, I'm just going to expand upon that and make that."
Yeah,
into a
because I think that's basically what he did for this. And I love the
Yeah.
Hateful Eight as well, but I'm just like,
Yeah, me
they're
too.
just
I
like
love the Hateful
comparisons
Eight
that
too,
I
but-
saw. It was like, oh yeah, he just slapped this.
Yeah, he's like, "Yoink, I'm gonna
Yoink.
profit from this."
Yeah. But
Yeah,
I guess I guess I'll give my hot take in the
yeah.
Um,
Let's
Just
get it over
just
with.
rip the
Fucking-
band-aid off.
yeah.
just fucking
this, yeah.
do it.
This movie was fine.
Oh, you and your.
Why is this
Hey,
fucking keep
hey,
myself?
Hey, I'm sick of defending my own opinions. I'm allowed to have them, all right?
Who the fuck said you're allowed to have them?
No, when they're wrong. All right, you keep
Not when
going.
they're
You're getting
wrong.
kicked off.
No, when they're wrong. Alright, give us
That's
your
enough
hot
out of you.
takes. Give us your hot takes.
Look, I
Yeah,
think this film is fun.
Slap one.
And like,
Oh,
out of the three we watched, it is by far the best film. I definitely wrote the least about this film because I was actually engaged
Yeah,
for most of
I
its
was the same.
runtime,
I
and
didn't
I was
know
actually,
why I
which
didn't.
I was so thankful for because, oh my god, I can't believe I'm actually just sitting and watching a movie. But
Ugh.
a lot of this movie
But-
is just characters basically explaining what's happening and like not letting any subtlety in. It's just basically something happens and a character immediately just says, "Oh, this is what happened," and explain it to another character, and then they're explaining like their motives and like there's no subtlety at all. And
Yeah.
I just don't like that kind of, like you said, Tess. You would like, for these type of genre films, you turn your brain, well, not your, you don't turn your brain off, but you said before something along those lines,
Oh, I meant like
and
when I'm viewing Allegory, but I get what you mean.
yeah, but it's just like, I don't know. I just give me something, because if just everything is explained to me, I can't enjoy. It's because it kind of takes away the dialogue the film has with a viewer, because that they have one side of the conversation, and then you're reciprocating in your own mind, like, oh, this is what's happening. These are the themes. You're building up your own belief and thoughts on what's happening. But if in like this film, at least in my opinion, when everyone's just explaining everything that's happening with like no fault, it's just, I don't know. I feel cut out of the equation there.
Yeah. I think that also could just be a problem with movies from that time era.
I don't know. I
Maybe.
feel like in terms of like dialogue with a viewer, I feel like that's more the in films like this, it's more on the themes and like the subject matter of the story. Because I feel like
I yeah,
like
I guess.
I look at like westerns as like American myth, and like
Yeah,
I don't think the dialogue necessarily has to leave. Like I kind of like that the dialogue has got a lot of pomp and is just like honest. You know, it was an honest time.
Yeah.
Shit was rough. You couldn't
I
hide.
guess you could say that, but
you couldn't
you could
choose
say
to
that, but
hide.
I
You
also
had
just
to
think
tell
it's just
motherfuckers
like, I think it's
straight
a bit
out.
lazy as well, just to be like, oh yeah, this is what's happening in the story. Let's just tell the audience straight out.
Yeah.
I think, I
But
don't
like
know.
it's just like I just feel like it suits the subject matter.
I guess, but even then, it just like with his, like how you said, it doesn't like, explain its themes or whatnot. But I think in a way it kind of does, because like when the sheriff is talking to the governor of Utah, whoever that government official is, he talks about, oh God, what does he talk about? It's about like how,
I
how
thought
they're
they told
going
you,
to
Alex. I thought they
reform, or
told you about
they're
it.
going to they're going to reform. They're going to reform like all the criminals, or something along those lines, and then the sheriff just has like a quick jab towards the governor, and it just spells out like the motive behind everything. I don't know. I don't know. It's just my opinion.
Yeah.
No,
I
I don't know. I
mean,
still feel like it leaves it kind of ambiguous. Like,
yeah.
especially with the characterization of the sheriff, like he doesn't fall into like a cat. Like initially he's kind of a buffoon, but then like he's also got like redeeming qualities. So I thought that was like an interesting reflection of like the law in Kabuchi's, view of the Western.
Yeah.
And then you have the bounty killers who are like their own faction, and then you have Silence, who's like also his own form of the law.
Yeah.
So I feel like you've got like you got a lot to pass there.
Yeah,
As a viewer, you can kind of like
yeah,
engage with a lot of
I,
that.
I, yeah, I understand. It's just, I don't know, all of that, just because it's like so, it just seems kind of face value to me, and I just like all of what you just said. Yeah, I picked up on kind of immediately as those characters, as I found out who these characters were and what they represented, and then after that there was this kind of nothing deeper, at least for me to grasp onto.
Interesting. I mean, everybody's got opinions, even if they're wrong.
That's an interesting view of the movie.
You can. No, I'm joking, but no, I see where you're coming from, though. It is. I mean, that's kind of. I've watched a lot of westerns and a lot of like small, low-budget westerns. They do tend to do that. They just like explain to you what's happening. Which I don't mind.
And I don't,
because like when I watch westerns, I love getting just entangled and engrossed in the world and the actual people, rather than what's happening to the people. I don't know, that's what interests me most about westerns. Is like I love just following this one dude and just seeing what shit gets thrown at him. Like they call me Trinity is a really good one. That's like a comedy western. But it's like it's very simple. They're telling you exactly what's happening, but it's just watching this like fish out of water, this like lone fucking rebel, like almost like a I don't know. He's just like he's a fucking rebel against all morals and social standards, and they try and like cage him down. It just doesn't work. I just kind of enjoy just following characters and stuff. Like just watching Silence, almost like find his voice again, was really good, really interesting in this movie.
Yeah.
You know, he's a silent man, but his silence is very loud.
Damn, that's
That's
profound.
deep.
Probably great.
Um,
Maybe it's great.
Yeah, maybe it's
Jesus
great.
Christ.
These great silences.
Yeah.
It's very loud.
Great
I mean, I
silence.
do agree with your perspective, Jacob. It's just, I don't know. I just need, I guess, more to like. I don't know. I like legitimate characters and like depth to grasp onto, and I don't know. I just have like whenever I watch a movie, it doesn't really matter what kind of movie. It doesn't really, it doesn't matter what genre or anything. I'm just always in the same mindset, and if it doesn't, I guess, come up to my standards, if that's what you want to say. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm left a bit disappointed, and I guess I felt that a little bit for this movie. And also, I really hated the romance subplot. It was like reminded me of the Serpent and the Rainbow.
Yeah, but
I
I wouldn't
really
call it a
hated it.
romance.
No,
subplot.
I wouldn't either. It was like a
Well,
partnership
I mean, like,
more than anything.
but even then,
They were
the way
basically
that
trying
that
to-
sex, but even then, the way that sex scenes like shot and like how it's all slow and romantic and sensual, and the way the music is romantically swelling in the background. Because I wrote down that even if not actually romantic, because even the lady, I can't remember her name,
Who's meant to be African, by
she
the way.
even says earlier, like, I would never sleep with this other guy, but I'll, if I had to, I'd sleep with you. Like, it's obviously not propositioned as a romantic thing, but then when it actually happens, the way the filmmaking is accompanies it, it's like, oh yeah, this is romantic. Because like, can't you listen to the beautiful music that's accompanying it? I just felt, I don't know. It's like, it reminded me of
I honestly thought it was more of like a. I thought it was more of like a Freudian thing.
Yeah, it was kind of like a friends with benefits kind of situation.
I think he was like, I don't know, the way they staged it, it felt very like motherly, and I was like, oh, this guy's obviously got
Some
some.
issues.
This is what I
That's
mean.
what
Like,
you
I
meant
get
by-
that the
I guess-
dialogue's not that deep, but I feel like there's a lot to pick through if you like look at some of the choices that
Yeah.
Kabuchi makes. Because like in that scene,
But I was looking at the
I just-
choices
I
because
just
I was looking
feel
at the
like- I just
music,
feel like
because the
he's,
music
like-
sounds opposite.
I just feel like the way that he is like making love with this woman, and like the way that she's embracing him, like very motherly, and then like the way that his story ends, kind of being very similar to how his own father died. Like, I don't know. I think there's a thing going on there.
I mean, maybe. I'm not sure about the whole Freudian aspect of it. I don't know about
Well,
that.
that's what I noticed.
I mean, I'm not. I don't know. I mean, because there's a very kind of similar scene in 3 Days of the Condor, and that's a film I love. But even then, it's got a very questionable like sex scene in it, and this
Yeah,
reminded
it's
me of
kind of
that.
like High Plains Drifter too. Oh well, High Plains Drifter has like a kind of an opposite kind of sex.
Oh yeah. I think that's like the most questionable
Yeah,
one.
that-
Like it'll be that 3 Days of the Condor than this.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the High Plains Drifter one's really awkward and
That's
it's
bad. That's bad though.
But it's
That's
like
bad
it's
to watch.
bad, and then he tries to romanticize it, and it's it was very uncomfortable to watch. But yeah, I don't know. I think I don't know. I don't really have much opinions of the sex scene in The Great Silence.
I just think the romance subplot is part of this like commentary that is running throughout of like, you know, what happens to displaced people,
Yeah,
and like
yeah,
what happens
that's
to
what I was
people
gonna
that get like what happens to people that get like abused by the law or whatever, or you know, when the law is like unfair.
say. Yeah,
Like
Yeah,
that's what's
I
happening with the
understand. I
bandits as
understand
well.
because
that.
they've
Yeah.
got
Like it's all about like
they've got a very similar story, those two, because like the wrongful side of the law both killed a loved one of theirs, and they were both searching for revenge, which you know entangled them together, and then
yeah,
through
exactly.
that he avenged himself by killing that weird guy with like the mutton chops, fucking weird ass, fucking hairstyles.
Yeah, Polycott.
Yeah,
I think his
Yeah,
name's
something like
Polycott or Polycott.
Yeah.
but then
Yeah,
like when they
Polycott,
went
yeah.
after the truly immoral, they both died. So it's kind of like revenge doesn't get you anywhere. Like they're very, very
Yeah.
similar.
The revenge is bad.
Revenge is bad.
But maybe not even revenge, but like personal justice is bad because he's also trying to save a bunch of people as well
Yeah, he put
who are technically against the law.
like he succeeded in what he wanted. Like he got his revenge, but then he got like that's when he kind of should have just left, but he felt, you know, that honor to protect the others that he's saved. Like in the beginning when he helped the bandits out and everything. It's like I felt like he also felt obligated to help these lost souls that are now being wronged by the same wrong side of the law, and ends up.
Yeah, well, they do play into that, especially near the end when he goes out to confront them in the finale, and then I just read Pauline is
That's
her name.
right, Pauline.
And then she, you know, she's telling him like, you know, don't go out there. Let's just like run away together, essentially. Like they do play into that, but again, like I don't know.
I also like the representation of like how they use, like, even though there's like a scene at the start with like, you know, there's like 3 or 4 politicians in a room or whatever they are. There's like a governor or something. Like in the whole of the film, the entity of like the law is one dude.
Yeah.
Like it's just the sheriff. He's the only person, and then like Klaus Kinski, like Tigrero, he's got like he knows a bunch of bounty killers. Like at the end, there's like a whole gang of them, and I thought it was just like a simple way of like kind of showing how out of control bounty killers had become. That like in this whole area, there's only one like true figure of like the law, whilst like the, you know, everything else is being taken care of like by businessmen and by bounty killers.
The banks and the actual like the banks were a huge issue, like in like the modernization of the West. Like the banks kind of like ended the West, but yeah, I get what you mean. It's like the law isn't enough, so then like these like rebel outlaws sort of twist that sense of justice to get what they want in their own way, in their own sick motives, disguised as the law.
Yeah, but also it also does like play into, because even the outlaws that Klaus is chasing, like those outlaws, because the whole movie, they're not really like depicted as being like evil people, because a lot of the time that they say like, you know, the circumstances that were in forced us into living this life just so we could survive, and like they're played very remorsefully, which adds to the whole thing with the governor, which I can't exactly describe right now because I'm not watching the movie.
Yeah, that's like kind of similar in The Good, the Bad, the Ugly too. Like at the beginning when you're introduced to the bad, and like he's confronting the guy in the house. It's like these desperate times just lead good people down bad paths, and they're just very, very unlucky and unfortunate that they end up paying the price when their intentions were good. But these guys with bad intentions end up getting away and running loose and rampant, killing those good-hearted, hard-working Americans who had to turn down a dark path for desperation.
I always forget that spaghetti westerns are set in the US.
Yeah, well, they
I know they're made. I know they're made in Italy. I always forget, because I remember watching some of The Good, the Bad, the Ugly on TV, and it's like during the Civil War or something. And I just remember thinking, oh yeah, this is in the US. And then in this movie, it's like the governor points to the map of the US and it says Utah. It's like, oh yeah, of course, this is in the US. Yeah, I don't know. It's always trippy for me.
But it's also like that. It's like that time period of like cinema where, you know, the 60s, where they just like, because Pauline and her husband are meant to be from Africa, but they're clearly just Italian.
Yeah, but they're just they're just played by dark-skinned
Italians.
Because they didn't have any African Americans on hand.
Yeah, because they even use like racial slurs against them.
Yeah, they use the racial slurs.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. It's just like, it shows that it's dated, but I think the story, you know, stands the test of time. It's like
Yeah, I think so.
the hardworking Americans standing up to the fucking government pricks that were just
it's just like
leech off of their happiness and hardworking.
Yeah, story of like rising against oppression.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
oppression
yeah.
is what I was looking for. But yeah, it's a timeless story, but the elements to it are dated. But that's that's a lot of movies from the 60s and before.
Yeah, I especially like because like there's some, like for a small budget film, there's definitely some ambitious shots. Like there's that shot where it's like a full blown wide shot and like fucking Tigrero is like this tiny dot
Yeah.
in the snow just
At
traveling.
at the beginning, right?
No, like towards the end when Tigrero's like.
Oh no,
That's
sorry,
part
I
of
was
like
lying.
why I loved like his characterization towards the end, because I'm like, why is this like bastard getting such a like full on treatment where he's like his whole like traveling through the snow after he escapes the sheriff is like scored well, like it's got like the Ennio Morricone score, it's got like all these shots of him traveling the snow. It's just like what I loved about it. I was like look at this guy having his moment to shine before he massacres a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta say I didn't.
That's
yeah,
that's what I think.
Like
anyway.
that combined with the massacre at the end, I just like I don't know if I like the ending of this movie.
I
the way
loved
it's
the
just...
ending. The ending turned me to loving the film, because up until then I was like, oh yeah, if he just like kills like the Tigrera, like put it in the books, it's all good. But the way it ends is like
I guess
quite
it does.
horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't like subvert. It doesn't subvert your expectations for the sake of let's just subvert it.
Yeah.
Like it has a reason. I just think that like I don't know. I feel like just him killing them doing the massacre, and then the movie ending, and then showing the title crawl of after this event things forever changed and whatnot. I don't know. I just feel like because it didn't really feel like a finale to me. I don't feel, maybe just because the traditional hero of silence
maybe it's just
dying,
like kind
and
of part of
Klaus getting away.
maybe like the underwhelming aspect is
Yeah,
intentional, but I get what you mean.
Yeah, cause...
Like it is kind of like it just undercuts everything.
Because the actual finale is off screen when they stop this bounty killer program. Like that's the actual ending, but that's just text after the movie's ended. And I guess I felt a bit robbed of that, of like some actual satisfaction against this guy who I don't like as a character because he's a bad
He's just
person.
a bad dude. He's a fucking evil motherfucker.
He's a bad guy, man. He kills like everybody. He's a bad person.
It leads like the whole movie's like, oh, we're gonna get this guy. This guy's gonna die. Like Silence is like trying
this
his
bastard deserves
morally
to get
best
shot.
to try and outsmart him, but he ends up failing. And because I feel like if he, I'd feel robbed if he did, win. Silence did win. I'd feel more robbed.
I also kind of like how I actually don't mind the text crawl, because I kind of like that the text crawl is just there. Whereas like the actual ending, like the ending scene, like where like the final scene where anything actually happens is the scene where a bunch of innocent people get killed. And so the text crawl is kind of this ironic thing where it's like, yeah, well, they did end up getting rid of the bounty hunters, I guess, which is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, because I think I would prefer it if it didn't have the text crawl, just to leave it on this really like depressing ending of just like, oh yeah, this is just like how awful things were back then, and he's like the villain essentially winning and just walking off like scot-free essentially.
Yeah, I don't know. No, I like that. I like that it just says the bounty hunters were like they did disband the bounty hunter program.
Yeah.
Like, and I just love how like it's like the presence of the text overlay is kind of like trying to it's almost trying to inform our satisfaction of the film, where like traditionally you might see a text scroll and you get that information, you're like, oh well, isn't it nice that like they ended the bounty hunter program and that the West ended up going in a more civilized direction, but then it's like juxtaposed with like the scene of like all these people getting killed. Like that's what I like. Like to me, it underscores a point. It underscores a point that like yes, progress was made, but not fast enough.
Yeah.
Like that's what I take away from it.
Yeah, well, because then Well, because then at the bottom of that crawl, it has the quote. I didn't write it down, but it says like, the memory of like this
Yeah,
blood-stained
the
ground
ground's
will always
always
be,
stained,
it'll always be
Yeah, pretty
remembered.
much.
It essentially
It
says
was like
something.
like
Yeah.
before you feel the, I don't know, like any something like that. It was something
Yeah,
profound.
it's like everything's changed for the better, but it's like the ground that laid for that change is still soaked in blood.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I mean, it's I think
yeah. Oh, I guess with what you just like that paraphrasing of the quote, I can definitely see the angle of then how Kabuchi like compared this to the assassination of political figures
like
then,
that.
like
That's what
such as JFK, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. Yeah. I guess that makes sense because to be fair, I didn't get that angle when I watched it.
It's
Well, that's what. Well, it is
But,
a very like
yeah.
underlying. It's like there if you go like when I went into it like and I knew about it, I was like, okay, I kind of see.
Yeah.
Like silence is like a symbol of the oppressed, and he doesn't have a real voice,
Yeah.
because he's a mute, or like maybe because for like more profound reasons,
he
like
was silent. Well, he was
maybe like him not having a voice, or like literally being
He
silent.
was silenced by a
mute,
higher
is
authority.
like an allegory for like minorities who basically are
Yeah.
voiceless in like social issues,
Yeah.
and it's like him trying to make it's silence trying to make a change whilst also wanting to be morally superior than those people because he doesn't want to fall into baseless violence, and then all that effort collapses in on him because it's too ambitious and there aren't enough people supporting him, which I feel like is
Yeah,
kind of a
okay.
mirror to our world, you know what I mean?
That I do like that. That is a very good reading. I do like that.
like that's
That is very good.
that's like digging into it, but like
But to be fair, I think because I was going to say, because I think I would prefer looking into that reading and those themes more than actually just watching the film and rewatching it.
yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah,
if
that's
that
fair
if that
enough.
makes
I
sense.
agree.
Yeah, and that reading into it's also really accurate because I mean Pauline, who's meant to be an African woman, that's like a representation of like the minorities and such. But then it's also the only people that sort of help and trust him are the women of the town.
Yeah, exactly. Which are in this time were the oppressed people as well.
Like they actually help. Like
Yeah, Regina, my great Regina.
Yeah, Regina, she gets shot. Yeah,
She gets gunned down. Oh man, I like Regina in
Yeah.
the 2 scenes that she's
the
in.
2 scenes. She was screaming at the guy with no thumb, and then she just gets fucking shot. Because Loco was like, everybody saw that. She pointed the gun at me first.
Bastard.
Damn Loco,
He's
son of a
such
bitch.
a prick. But yeah, because I remember when I first watched that, 'cause I was like, it was like very late, and I was like so like invested. I was like, holy shit, they lost, and it's ended. Like I don't know, it kind of, it's a very nice
Yeah, it's definitely like
breath
a
of fresh air from like
deconstructionist.
all the other westerns, like pretty much every other western where it's like the hero always wins.
Yeah.
But it's like sort of at what cost? But not. I mean, there are a lot of American westerns where that's not the case, but a lot of spaghetti westerns, the hero always wins. But because the few American westerns that I've watched, it's like there's no real like happy ending either. Like it's kind of like a bittersweet ending, you could say, because like a lot of the time American westerns, they are very morally grey characters. Like the Searchers.
I mean,
the
but
Wild
I do
Bunch.
like.
Yeah, true.
I do like
Mine too.
bittersweet endings though.
Yeah.
They do be one of my favorites.
It's like, oh man,
And it's not like
but,
this movie.
hey, the bright side.
Yeah, exactly.
I think one of the funniest parts in the movie was the guy eating the chicken.
Disgusting.
It was so satisfying.
worst
I
way
want
The
to
most
tear
vulgar thing I've
a
ever seen.
chicken open like that and just eat it like a fucking feral dog.
But he's eating it, and then like his hands are all greasy and dirty, and then he like snorts the snot out of his nose, like he like blows it out with his like
disgusting.
greasy fingers. Like you deserve to die.
Yeah, I was thinking.
I'm so glad he got
deserve
killed.
to die.
Another little detail I noticed is that Silence's coat, there's like long human hair on it, And
Yeah.
like at the beginning, I was like, "Well, he's got really long hair," but then I noticed it's just a part of his coat. There's like it looks like human hair, but there's like this like, or if it's not, it's like it looks exactly like human hair.
Yeah,
And it's
'cause
really long
I know.
on his coat.
Yeah, I noticed that as well. Because
He's
yeah,
got a
I
really
thought as
cool
well.
costume.
I thought as well. Oh,
Silence.
he's got like really long
does.
hair, but nope, he
No.
does not. Yeah,
Yeah. Because I just thought that was a cool little costume details, the hair, and
little detail.
the chicken man.
The Morricone score was great.
Oh yeah, the
Um,
score was.
Ah,
Not-
he's always
Not
great.
nearly, I don't think, as like great as some of his other ones, but it was
Yeah.
good.
Because I mean, I definitely heard like in some of his pieces, I definitely heard inspiration for like Once Upon a Time in America. Like some of the tunes that he was playing in this, I was like, oh, he like reconfigured this for Once Upon a Time in America, which a lot
Yeah,
of
that's true.
composers do, of course. But
Yeah.
not that it's a bad thing, but I noticed that.
Yeah.
I actually haven't seen that movie in a while,
Yeah, neither I.
and I have it. I have
Yeah.
I have two copies of that movie. Would you believe?
Because you have like the 4.5 hour one, don't you?
I've got two
No.
versions. I've got
Sorry.
two copies of the 4.5 hour. I bought the DVD of it. I bought an
Yeah,
American DVD of it, and then I found that Blu-ray in Italy, and I got it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, you did too.
Oh,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh well, anyone have anything else to say about The Great Silence?
No, I mean I think we've said. we've said a lot
The
about it.
gunfights were cool.
Yeah, I love the shootouts.
Actually,
The
I
what-
mean,
the what, sorry?
nothing.
Oh, the
I don't know if I
gunfights,
have
yeah,
anything too notable to say about like the action directing, but it was good.
Yeah, I mean it's like it's
Yeah,
very
it was,
classic.
it was-
It did.
Yeah, it was very
what I
spaghetti
mean.
western.
It's it's what a lot of like dads go. Oh yeah, have you seen this one? It's got a cool gunfight in it. Like I know when I'm like in my like 60s, I'll be like, hey son, have you seen The Great Silence yet? There's some cool gunfights in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, off topic, but you know how you bought Josie Wales, didn't you?
Yeah, I bought Josie Wales.
For anyone listening at home, Jacob bought a Blu-ray copy of Josie Wales.
I did.
And then I went to a party yesterday and Cowboys came up as like a topic.
Oh yeah.
And I was talking to like a legit 60-year-old American dude. And he was like name dropping stuff, and I went, Josie Wales? And he went, oh!
The
He like
outlaw
lost
Josie
his mind.
Wales?
He gave me a bro fist. He was like, put her there!
Put her there, brother. You know Josie
And I was
Wales.
like, I haven't watched it, but I know about it. He's like,
Yeah, because like
lost his mind.
because when we were at the market yesterday, you know the dudes that were behind, like in the line with the guy with the drive jacket. I ended
Yeah.
up having a
Drive
chat
jacket.
with them, and one of the guys was like, "Oh my god, you got a sick pic there, bro!" And he was pointing to my Fistful of Dollars Blu-ray, and I was like, "Yeah, bro, I found it just over there." And then it's like, "Oh, what else did you get?" And I went, "Oh, you've got all the classics." I was like, "Yeah, I've seen them all. You've seen them all!" Like he was just fucking losing his mind, like every new thing I had to say.
Yeah, for the listeners
Yeah,
at
yeah.
home, go to your local any film
Any
conventions
film
you can
conventions,
Yeah,
your local
buy
Blu-ray.
physical media.
Yeah,
buy physical media, please.
Do it.
It looks
yeah.
good.
Just do it. Stop fucking like it looks good. It's got the best quality,
Yeah.
like
And you won't have Amazon
unbeatable
changing
quality.
shit on the
You're not
on
gonna
the film.
you're not gonna go watch a scene that takes place at nighttime and it goes to like 4 pixels a frame,
Yeah,
like it will on fucking Netflix.
That's just the worst.
but just don't do what Alex does and shove your
Yeah, that
movies
shit
in like the
sucks.
fucking corner of the fucking shelf.
You put yours in the cabinet and close the door. What are you
Yeah,
talking
I'm
about? I can
I'm gonna
see
get
mine
a
at least.
rotating like carousel of like you put books on. But I'm gonna put all my movies on it.
Like a yeah.
It's gonna look great. It's
Okay,
gonna be
sure
like
you are,
the
buddy.
figure piece of my dad's new house. I'm gonna sit it in the middle.
I actually kind of want to get a cabinet for all my my Blu-rays. They're bursting out of the
Yeah,
seams.
I've got Blu-rays everywhere. Like my room, like
They're
there's
just-
Blu-rays
They're
everywhere.
flooding everywhere. All right, let's stop the ramble.
Yeah.
Let's just give our scores. I'm gonna give it straight up. It's a 4 out of 5 film,
Solid,
easily.
very solid,
Not bad.
very good.
Not bad.
5.
Jacob, you go.
I don't care. I don't care. My first
Damn.
5 bomb.
I figured as much
yeah,
after your last
my
review.
first 5 bomb on
I
the
figured
3
as
Angry Men
much.
podcast. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a simple man. You put a man with a brimmed hat and boots on with a gun. I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna sit there. I'm gonna let it.
You'll
I'm a
line
simple
up.
man.
Superman.
So yeah, I give it a
respect that.
5. I could
Yeah.
watch it 100 more times. I don't know. It's just the aesthetic too. Just the snow.
It's also it's
so
very
cozy.
cozy. You know, it's great to watch when you're in
Yeah.
a warm room.
Like I've been in a warm room
And
all
you're
day,
not cold.
hungover, and it's like this is good. Like it cooled me down. I was like, oh, this is what I needed. I needed this.
Yeah.
Last night was like a dream.
It was like a movie last night.
Last night was like a
movie.
movie.
It was like a movie, bro.
Yeah, so that's 5.
Well, yeah. It was speaking of movies, I'll give this movie. I'm conflicted.
Just give it a 3.
Conflicted between.
Don't hold yourself.
I was
back.
thinking
You
a
can
2.
give it a
This fucking.
I was
thing.
thinking between a 2 and a 3.
Oh, that's
You're
disgusting.
You're fucked up.
Guys, he's not coming
'cause-
back. He's not coming back.
Because
You're kicking him off.
I think this movie's fine. Like I think it's 5 out of 10, middle of the road. I think it's fine.
That's bullshit.
But
Just
we're
fucking
not
give it
doing.
a 2.
But we're not doing a half score.
Just
But
give
I
it
guess
a 2.
I'll give it. I'll give it a 2 now. Well, because like I said before, I liked your rating of it, Tess, but I think I prefer that rating and the external things, the external aspect of looking into this film
Yeah, I
more
agree.
than more than actually watching it, which is like which is my opinion of Sinners as well. Like I think
but Sinners was mid.
No, but I think more fondly of that because I still like Sinners, but I think of it more fondly just because of
Yeah, I
the
liked it too.
story, like the aspects behind the camera. But yeah, I'll give it a 2.
All
It's
right.
fine.
So what does that bring it up to? I don't know. 11? 11 out of 15.
Yeah, 11 out of 15.
Wait, no.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
11.
good.
Yeah, 11.
Yeah, it is 11.
5. Yeah, 11.
Yeah.
I wrote that shit down.
Wow.
Yep.
Fuck, he wrote it
11.
down.
He wrote it
So
down.
where does that sit compared to
I
the
think
rest
it's
of
just
our?
second.
That's
I
gonna be
think
like
it's just
number 2
second
or
to
something.
Begonia.
Yeah, Begonia was 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, Begonia got like
Yep.
straight
Wow.
And
4s.
I'm
unsurprisingly,
proud.
Serpent and the Rainbow and Imaginary Heroes are at the bottom.
Unsurprised.
They'll be there for a while, I
Yeah.
reckon.
I don't think they're gonna move, to be honest.
I don't think so.
I don't think anything. Or not. I think anything we watch this year won't go that low.
Nah, they shouldn't.
No,
be. Especially
no.
especially with our next one, our next topic.
Yeah, so let's we
Yeah.
might as well
Which-
announce our next episode.
Might
And
as well.
also, it's pretty exciting because we've all got some picks here that
Yep, I know
we've
mine.
decided on, and we get to tell each other now. So, for
Yeah.
our next episode of 3 Angry Men coming in 2 weeks, we're going to be covering our 5th favorite movie. So,
That's it.
not
Our
your
fifth one.
letterbox top 4. Now you can
Nah,
you can intuit
Can't
that.
be one of them.
Yeah, you can intuit that however you want. I chose to like look at it as if I was picking a movie that I really love, but I haven't watched it in a while, or like that along that line, you know.
Yeah,
Just
Yeah.
not immediately your favorite movie, but like
yeah, like
you love it.
yeah. I was thinking of it as like one of your favorites, but like if someone says like, oh, what's your favorite movie? It's like it's not one that you springs to mind or one that you immediately say like, oh, you got to watch this, but it's like still up there in terms of quality and how it affects
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's how
and
that's
how
how
you
I
think
think
of
of
film
it.
and all that. So, who wants to go first in the pecking
I'll go
order?
first.
All right.
I'll go
All right,
first.
Jacob, you go.
So my 5th favorite movie pick is The Lighthouse. by Robert Eggers. Oh,
What a
let's
basic
go.
bitch.
oh, fuck you. It's a great pick.
Nah, that's a great movie. I love that movie.
It's a
That movie's so
fantastic pick. I'm so
Yeah,
excited to rewatch it. Because I bought it on Blu-ray in Europe, and I can finally watch it on there.
Where'd you buy the Lighthouse Blu-ray again? Where was it?
It was...
Berlin?
Remember that it was in London, and Patrick was like, "Oh no, there's like no Blu-rays in there."
Oh,
Oh, there was a
that's
whole
yeah.
He
bottom
lied. He
floor
lied to us.
The
full.
fucking
Yeah, yeah.
biggest Blu-ray store we went to.
biggest Blu-ray store.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah.
that's where I got
But
it from. It's got a really cool cover.
That'll be really fun to talk about though.
Yeah, I'm
All
so
right, that's
excited.
great because I haven't seen. I was hoping you'd say it because I haven't watched that movie, so
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
exciting for me.
Get excited.
Um,
All right, who's next?
Who?
I'm curious what you guys pick.
I guess I'll go. It was a bit of a toss up, but I'll do Unbreakable. I will do it.
Ooh,
it's such
I
an
haven't seen it
immaculate film.
either, so I'm
I know
excited.
neither of you have seen it as well. That's why it
Excited.
works. But yeah,
What was the other?
oh.
What was the other choice?
I was thinking First Blood, just because I think that movie's just
I
so
haven't
solid
seen that
on all.
either. So
Yeah,
First,
also
it's just so good. I think it's such a it's a classic '80s film, so it's it's entertaining because it's classic action,
yeah.
but it's also it's a really good anti-war film, I feel. And I was tossing it up between the two, but yeah, I'll do Unbreakable because I know neither of you have seen it, and that movie is just impeccable. I love that movie so much.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my pick.
All right.
Alright, Tass, what's
Um,
yours?
I thought of a few. Like,
Ooh.
I did think of a few. I was almost gonna do like Menace to Society. At one point, I was gonna do like The Hunt, but you guys have both watched it.
Yeah.
But then I remembered one movie that feels like in line with like a fifth favorite film because I haven't watched it in like 3 years at least.
Yeah.
You know, just before I started using Letterboxd, I had watched this movie and I thought it was amazing, and I hadn't watched it again until now. I have not watched it again until this viewing.
Oh my god, what's it gonna be?
Oh, the drum roll.
And I'm pretty sure you guys have both not seen it. And that movie is The Seventh Seal.
Oh, I got it on Blu-ray. I
Oh,
put that in Europe as well.
So
I haven't seen
that's
it.
my selection.
Great
The Seventh
pick.
Seal.
Very nice.
Fucking amazing film, and I haven't gotten to watch it yet, and I'm excited.
What an exciting
Okay, yeah, that is exciting.
watch compared
What
to
a
like
good selection.
last like 2 weeks ago.
It's gonna be so much
It's gonna
better.
be so much
At
better.
least we're not dreading it. We're actually excited to watch
Yeah,
movies again. I'm so
I know.
happy. And at least, next time I don't know if we sounded a bit drab this time around, but we'll be actually enthused
Yeah.
next
We're
gonna
time.
be so
'cause we'll
excited. It's gonna be
we'll
such
enjoy
a-
what we're talking
I won't be
about.
hungover.
The vibes are gonna be high, and I reckon until we do like a watch list episode or like do it intentionally like covering bad movies episode, we should be pretty alright in terms of the
Yeah.
quality of films that we talk
Yeah,
about.
because
Yeah,
I know we've got big
Because
plans.
we'll try to stay consistent. Yeah, we'll try to stay consistent. Do some specials. Do some zeitgeist. This is what's coming out. Yeah, we'll have a good flow
Yeah.
of stuff.
But
Yeah, so-
but that,
And avoid shit like Imaginary Heroes.
Yeah, nah, fuck that. We're not doing that.
yeah,
Yeah, not
We're
doing
not
that shit
watching
again.
another bad movie for
Nah.
a while. Say goodbye to the bad
Yeah.
movies. They're
Yeah.
gone.
Say
But the
goodbye
next
to them.
episode-
They're not gonna come back and haunt
next
us.
episode's
Next
gonna be
episode's
banger.
pure
it's gonna be
quality.
really good.
Just pure bangers.
Banger after banger after banger. That's what we should call it in the
Banger after
subtitle.
banger after
We'll have it in
banger.
We can.
brackets.
We can.
Like,
That's what the
Seven
title of
Seal,
the video
White
can be.
House,
Banger after
Unbreakable,
banger.
banger after banger after banger.
Oh, what a great lineup! What a great lineup!
That is a good lineup. And they're also different as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
very different films.
and it's very representative of our tastes too, which was like the goal of doing this.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, because I love Unbreakable. I mean, obviously, I won't go too deep into it now, but yeah, I love it just purely for the
Yeah.
filmmaking as well. Like, completely void of the actual storytelling quality. Just the filmmaking itself is immaculate for me.
Yeah, I think the same of like Seventh Seal, and then it's also just like, it's a really like, I don't know, just like head fuck
Yeah.
movie. And it just like, it just like head on tries to tackle like the kind of thing that you just cannot even, like you can't fight
Yeah.
against it, So that's like great,
Yeah,
great
yeah.
from that
I
sense.
love the lighthouse because I like
I just don't
the
get tired of thinking
mythos
of that movie.
and like the cosmic horrorness to it. It's like and like the themes
Yeah.
and everything, everything about it. It's like it's so
Yeah,
perfect.
that'll
for
be yeah. I think your two films will be great to talk about for the
Yeah.
themes and delving deep into
like
it,
symbolism.
especially.
and
Well, I
Yeah,
can't wait because
that'll
I
be-
wanted to
that's
watch
really
both
exciting.
those films, and I haven't watched them. And I wanted to rewatch Seven Seal, which is why I
Yeah.
chose it. So
Yeah, fair enough. Well, good choice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Well,
nice.
that wraps up
Well,
episode 2.
I think that's it.
Episode 2 of
that's
the
it. That's
Angry
that's
Men
episode
podcast.
Episode 2. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for
Yeah.
listening.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening.
Yeah.
Who wants to do the outro this time? No.
You do it, Jacob. No.
No,
I
how
wanna
do
know.
we do it? Or do we all do our names?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
I don't remember.
Yeah, just say your name. We'll all say our names.
I've been Taz,
I've been Jacob.
I've been. I've been Alex.
and next time we
No,
won't
this is-
interrupt each
it'll be very
other.
smooth next time. We're getting
Exactly.
there. It's like
Yeah,
character
very smooth.
development. You know?
Yeah,
you
we
gotta
got-
give us
we
time.
Get the
bro.
gist. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we'll see you all.
2
We'll see you all in
weeks!
2 weeks, motherfucker.
2
Banger after
weeks!
banger after banger.
Exciting. All
All
right.
right. Yep.
All
Thank you
right,
for listening.
yeah.
And yeah.
Bye bye. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.